Okay, so we've been having a little more difficulty problems, technical difficulties than we thought. So we're gonna play a little more music, and we'll be back in a second. Okay, sorry for all the technical difficulties. This has been rough on our end. We're going to be getting into the game pretty soon. They're currently in Champ Select. We can't really have it up on the screen for you though because of how the game works apparently. So we'll be into the game in a second.
We'd like to take the time to thank all the streamers and all the people who are participating in the tournament, because we're now 35 minutes behind, and it's a difficult process, but we're getting through it, and we'll promise to make it up later.
Yeah, we'll bring you some great content from here on, so that the 8 of you that are watching can actually get something out of this.
Nice. We had some technical difficulties earlier, so we're not 100% sure what you heard. But so this goes more smoothly. We're just going to ask random questions back and forth, so you get to know who we are a little bit better. So, Mr. Robot, what made you play League of Legends?
Well, I started playing because I was coming off of StarCraft, was getting bored of the game, and I needed something that was competitive. I just needed something that was something I could really get into, just kind of dedicate myself to, and League really gave that to me.
StarCraft, a really great spectating sport.
Yeah, it's really the game that started a lot of the tournament casting like we're doing here.
Exactly. And much like League of Legends, I mean, also really great spectating sport.
Yeah, especially with things like the WCG, which is held in Korea and Asian countries a lot, with the international tournaments, it is really entertaining.
Yeah, exactly. Why did I play League of Legends? Well, I mean, I guess it runs really deep in the family. My uncles play it, my aunt plays it, my neighbors play it, everybody plays it in my family. So I kind of got sucked into it, and being part of a really large family, it was really competitive. So I tried to be the best. I watched a lot of, tournaments. I watched a lot of LCS, and I guess that's what brought me to this, game. But it also wanted me to try out the whole announcing business.
Yeah, I was actually a big fan of Day 9 when I was into StarCraft, and his daily show and his amazing casting was what drove me to do something like this tournament.
Yeah, exactly. Really funny guy.
Oh yeah, he's hilarious. I'll just watch his stream sometimes, even if I'm not trying to do anything for StarCraft, just to hear his amazing voice.
All right, on to the next question. Favorite champion?
Favorite champion? I'm gonna have to go with Jace there.
Okay. Is this for 3s or 5s in general, or just League in general?
He's just my favorite all-around champ.
Why?
I love how he looks, and then how he plays. I can get amazing combos that can just destroy everybody, and I can also, just poke people down. He can pretty much do anything.
There's not a lot of us, but there's a little group of people in League of Legends who really care about skins, and I would say I'm a really big part of those people. If a champion doesn't have great skins, like let's say Vi, I'm more hesitant to play them. And I don't know if that makes me a scrub or not, but Jace has awesome skins.
Oh yeah, his Debonair skin's amazing, and then the Full Metal skin has got some great particle effects.
My favorite. My favorite champion. It's probably hands down, and I'm sure Mr. Robot knows this. Twisted Fate. And can they see that?
Yeah, they can see that.
All right.
We're gonna start getting into some game stuff here. So we couldn't really see their picks and bans while it was happening, but we do have what they have going here. So for the blue team, which is the the Sirens of the North, they've got Lulu, Nidalee, and Ashe. And then for the purple team, they've got Yasuo, Vi, and Annie. A very good combination for both teams. I feel like both of them could go a lot of different directions with what they're doing.
80 carries in 3s. It's a pretty big argument in the League of Legends 3v3 community. It's really hard to do, so it's kind of looked on as a sort of a bad thing. But I really like 80 carries in game. They're pretty useless early game, which is why they're a turnoff. But late game, if you bring it to the late game, you have a lot of potentials of taking objectives, such as just easy tower kills.
Yeah, Ashe is a really interesting one to use though, because she can get blown up really easily and really doesn't have any mobility. She's got slows, but she's really got nothing to move herself.
Something nice that she does have is she does have, not sure what it's called, but it's her shot, and it gives you view.
Oh yeah, the hawk shot.
Yeah, awesome in threes. Because there are no wards in threes. There's very limited items you can get in order for you to see the map. So the element of surprise is pretty high in 3v3 tournaments. 3v3 in general, I mean.
Yeah. And then the rest of their team, Nidalee and Lulu, are very good AP champions. Both able to give a lot of utility and a lot of good damage, especially with Nidalee, who can jump around in her cougar form after she's put down really good pokes. And then Lulu can speed up everybody, which I guess is a good thing for the Ashe, because she can get out then. Yeah,
it looks like they have a really heavy poke comp. Lulu, awesome poke, awesome slow. Ashe, great slow. AD carry, so of course she has a good amount of pokes. And then Nidalee, who is the queen of pokes. So interesting on how they play. Let's look at the other side though now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting here because it seems like the Sirens of the North do not have a jungler, so the Killsteal Assassins are going to be able to put a lot of good pressure on the lanes with their jungler because they don't have to worry about the other teams.
Exactly. Like I said, element of surprise is really big in 3v3s at the Twisted Tree line. They do have a jungler, so they're going to thrive on the element of surprise very highly. So let's see if Ashe plays smart enough so that she doesn't get ganked by a really strong ganker like Vive, and then see how that plays out.
Yeah, we'll see, because Vi can pretty much lock anyone down. And then Yasuo, his ult will actually go off of Vi's ult. It doesn't seem like a knock-up, but it does count.
Yeah, it does. And Annie, who I'm going to take a wild guess and say she's going solo lane bottom.
Yeah, most of the time with a better idea, because bottom lane is actually shorter in Twisted Tree line. It allows your AP carry to get back to lane faster, so that they can get as much experience in gold as possible.
Speaking of awesome skins, Reverse Annie. You can't beat a classic. I really love that skin.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's funny to see Tibbers show up in the big purple shirt and the backpack.
Alright, well here we go. First game, first tournament. You excited?
Yeah, this is gonna be a good game too.
Yeah. So as we see, Lulu starting off with the Dorans and Ring and Boots. Pretty basic in the 3v3 community to start off with a Dorans whatever and then Boots.
Yeah, interesting buys for the Killsteal Assassins though. They have the Doran's Blade and Boots for Yasuo, which totally makes sense. It's normally what you would start with something like that. But the Ruby Crystal and Boots for Vi is an interesting pickup.
Definitely, especially if she's gonna jungle.
Yeah, I feel like she would do a lot better with something like a Doran's Shield or maybe even a Spirit Stone since she's jungling.
Doran's Shield did get nerfed recently, so I could understand the push away from not wanting to get it.
Yeah, but the nerf was really they took the amount of damage that the auto attacks dealt and reduced the reduction by 2. So you get 8 damage reduced instead of 10. They did reduce a little bit of the health regen, which I guess could be a turnoff for it, but I don't think it was that big of a nerf to really be that bad.
We do see 2 people in the bush, and then we see 3 bottom. So wonder if there's going to be a little bit of a gank, and it looks like Yasuo is going top.
Yeah, they would have been a lot better fight for the Killsteal Assassins than the Sirens of the North. The Sirens of the North really don't have any bruisers or anything. They're all really squishy. And Annie had her stun up already, so she'd be able to stun almost the entire other team. So they'd be able to get no damage off.
Yeah, and as we suspected, of course, by getting smite, she is jungling, as you can see in the corner of your screen. And Annie is solo, like we predicted.
Yasuo taking the Q as his first instead of what a normal mid Yasuo would do and get his dash first. He can do amazing things like that and knock them up so they can deal like almost no damage to them. But what a lot of normal mids do if they're playing Yasuo is they get his dash first and then dash around on minions so that it gets the percentage damage increase, and then they just do the 100% damage increase directly at the enemy and get a lot of damage done right away.
I'm liking this this lane, the Yasuo against Nidalee. Yasuo does have a shield that stacks on movement speed, right?
It's points per level, but you get it from movement speed.
Yeah, so he's just able to free farm and not really worry about spears that much. And the later the game goes, the more he's gonna have to worry less.
Yeah. Also, Nidalee not a very high base armor champion, so he's able to deal a lot of physical damage.
We do see Vi taking the altar, and their altar on the other side, Blue's altar, empty. So wondering if they're gonna decide to compete or not. It does look like Yasuo is going down. So let's see how they decide to work this one out. And it looks like they do close him out. Ashe does flash. Ashe trying to run for her life. Yasuo is right there. Let's hope Nidalee can get her out. Oh, he runs the opposite way of Nidalee. There is a ignite. And then Vi does use flash, I believe. And then, yeah, Lulu tries to save Ashe. End up might killing herself, but Nidalee doing a bunch of damage to Vi. Yasuo turns around to Nidalee, and he gets a nice stun off. And Vi leaving with a little bit of health left, and Lulu taking a bunch of damage. And there is a flash by Yasuo. So, 3 for 0. Or 2 for 0. No, yeah, 3 for 0.
Yeah, a good 3 for 0 fight. An interesting call on the Sirens of the North part, because they were all lower level than the person that they were up against. Yasuo being level 3 at the start of that fight and then hitting level 4 by the end, allowing him to deal a lot of damage really fast. Vi tanking really well for his team, and Annie getting a lot of good stuns off so that the other team couldn't deal any damage.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ashe kind of got singled out, and then it was pretty much blue team just coming in and out, deciding what the hell do we do right now. But yeah, nice job by Vi especially with the tankiness and just taking a bunch of damage and knowing when to leave.
Yeah. Killsteal Assassins has a lot more farm, and for all three actually. Well, besides Vi, who is one down from pretty much the entire other team, but Yasuo being 18 CS up on everyone on the other team, and Annie being 3 or 4 up on the other team.
Yeah. Also, the stun that was used by Annie during the team fight, really nice. And as we see, there is a gank. Yasuo taking a bunch of damage, but able to get out of there. Hopefully safe, we don't know. There is a little bit of a chase going on, though. They stopped chasing, probably because they felt the vibe coming nearby.
Yeah, Yasuo is always he's a champion that you can overextend with and not really have to worry.
Vi deciding she's angry about her partner getting a lot of damage taken, so they decide, hey, don't mess with him, we're all coming up now. So, nice, I guess, citizenship by Purple Team.
Yeah, good call on their part to apply pressure to the top lane while the bottom lane is still being pushed back a little bit. It allows them to roam around inside the other team's jungle without any problems, and then come in like they're doing now.
Ashe stunned and then popped up by Vi. Yasuo doesn't get in there on time to be able to do any damage, so Ashe gets a lot away with her life. Vi, really smart call, trying to counter jungle. Counter jungling in 3 is really important when you're a jungler. Looks like she goes ahead and decides she wants to jump on Nidalee. Nidalee gets speed up by Lulu. Yasuo is still pursuing. Doesn't have full health though, does take some damage by Nidalee's spear. Good job on Nidalee by not just deciding to run away, but also, you know, returning some damage.
Yeah, that Nidalee spear is always really interesting on the hitbox, because he did dash there right when it would have hit him, but it ended up hitting him anyway.
Yeah, as we can see, the girls that we were talking about earlier are Lulu and Nidalee. So they're playing really smart together. I'm liking it. There's good communication with both of them.
Yeah, allowing each other to get damage off intermittent in between the two, and using their utility to be able to allow their team to not die.
And good call on their part by getting the altar back. Altar is really important in threes. Yasuo taking some of Vi's jungle. I'm sure Vi's okay with it. He's taking some pretty heavy damage though. How's Annie's farm? 19. Pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, she's got more farm than everyone besides Nidalee on the other team, so she's gonna be able to do good there.
Yeah, but Yasuo dominating a farm right now. Nidalee trying to get a little cocky with getting the altar. Vi's around to, I guess, kind of protect it. It looks like she's by herself. Annie is coming up. Yasuo is on the top corner. Vi taking a bunch of damage, but she is initiating. Annie with a great stun. Yasuo pursuing on Ashe. And Ashe can't leave. Now they're all chasing Nidalee. Ooh, the pop-up barely misses. We see Vi charging up. Let's see if she has an ult. No.
No, she's still level 5.
Well, that would be a good reason why not to use your ult.
Yep.
Again, really smart call on Vi by counter jungling. Didn't get it though.
Really assisting the other team there, allowing Nidalee to pick up the large minion, which allowed her to get health too.
Yeah, exactly. Vi pretty low health, so let's see if she decides to counter jungle. Really doesn't matter. Nidalee is going home either way.
Yasuo actually already has his static shiv. He was able to get that on his first back. With 4 kills already, he's getting a huge lead.
Not just 4 kills, but he has by far the most minion kills. He has 52 minion kills.
Yeah, having more than double anyone else in the game allows you to have a lot more gold to buy items like static shiv and turn the tides.
Like I said earlier, taking objectives, one of the biggest objectives you can take is taking altars, and as we see, they took their second altar already. Lulu flashing away, Yasuo pretty angry. There is an ignite on her, he does get her. He's not stopping there though, he really wants that Nidalee kill. Annie coming behind, there is a flash. Does a bunch of damage to Ashe. Ashe does flash, but they do sandwich her.
Yasuo's Q with the static shiv, dealing half of Lulu's health immediately.
And tower diving at level 8. Tower is doing a bunch of damage, and he dies. Why did he come back? He could have just left.
He would have actually been able to dash out of there, but he came back to dash the other way. Not entirely sure why he did that, but he still got a triple kill out of it. 3 for 1 is good in any book.
He's still a scary guy, no matter what. 7-1-1, pretty much just free ride home. Let's just say that.
Yeah, he's already has a pickaxe and a vampiric scepter. Vi already having another ruby crystal and the spirit of the ancient golem item, and Annie with a rod of the ancient so that she can be a little tanky.
A little bit of a 2v3 right now. Let's see how Vi decides to initiate. If she decides to initiate, they're a little close to tower. She is taking some damage, decides to counter jungle again at a weird time.
Yeah, and then on the other team for items,
there is a stun. Annie initiates by herself. Team's a little far back. She does have to use barrier. And then Vi decides to ult, which, procs with Yasuo's ult. Vi finishes up the Nidalee kill, and there's a Yasuo going crazy on Lulu.
Yeah, and as I said at the beginning of the game, Yasuo being able to use his ult with Vi's allows them to deal a lot of good damage really, really fast and keep a champion out of the fight for a couple seconds.
Yeah, great job on Vi's part on initiating that fight and not being scared. Annie with initiating with her ult first, kind of scary because she almost died because of it. Nidalee with a nice spear.
That was really interesting. With her team being right behind her, it wasn't that bad because they have a 10 kill lead. But if that was a normal game where they were a little more even, Annie would have died there.
Oh, most definitely. She almost died. Luckily, she had barrier. And it's not an even game. So imagine if we had a more fed Nidalee.
Yeah, purple team actually having about double the gold of the other team right now. They really snowballed the heck out of this game.
I think Vi has spent like 80% of her time in the other team's jungle. It's a 2v3. Annie doing a bunch of damage to Ashe. Lulu does get her out of there. Vi does jump on Nidalee. Nidalee being, Nidalee gets out.
Yeah, especially with Nidalee already having her boots up, she is able to move pretty fast. And then it looks like Lulu's going for the chalice.
Yeah, this Nidalee really good with her spears.
Yeah, she's landed almost all of them.
Yeah, if this game goes into late game, we're going to have a fed AD carry, or at least a semi-fed AD carry, hopefully. And then we're going to have a Nidalee whose pokes are just going to take Yasuo and Annie out of the game. But it looks like that's not going to happen anytime soon. There's a polymorph. Yasuo not caring so much about the tower and decides to back off.
Okay.
And guess not. He does have an ult. Oh, man, the double kill. And nice job by Vi by finishing up. Wow, that was just a lot of misfortunate events for...
Okay, so I'd like to make a bet here. How about we bet when the first inhibitor is going to go down?
All right, I like this. Let's go ahead. I'm saying 3 minutes. Give me 3 minutes.
In 3 minutes?
Yes.
So at around 16 minutes.
Got you. Yes.
I'm gonna go with around 18 minutes. I think it's gonna take them a little bit longer than that.
This is why I think you're wrong. So Yasuo, you know Yasuo, right?
Yeah, the guy that's carrying the game.
Yeah. So we both know who Yasuo is, right? Just want to make sure you know who Yasuo is.
Yeah.
Hold on. Nidalee trying to get a little cocky. Does ignite Vi. Ooh, she could get one more spear in there. Who knows? Okay, so yeah, Yasuo. We both know who Yasuo is.
Yeah.
He could 3v1 their team.
He basically could, yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure we both know what's going on here.
I'm just saying that they
It looks like Annie does get the Ashe does get the altar, so maybe worth it. Maybe.
See, I think here that 10% AD and 10% AP really isn't going to help him that much. Being down 7k gold, 7.5.
I said maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another ult with Annie. Annie, again, not being scared of the 2v1, does put a lot of damage to Lulu. Wow. What do you think about the ult?
It was interesting. I feel like she could have used that at a much more opportune time.
She could have poked in a different way. She could have poked in a different way, but she does do a good amount of damage to Lulu. But it looks like Lulu had a lot of pots and is almost at full health.
Yeah, Lulu also being able to shield herself there, taking minimal damage.
And here comes Big Brother Yasuo to wrap up the game. There's a good initiator by Ashe, and it looks like Nidalee and Lulu try to finish it up. And here comes Yasuo, and Yasuo is doing what Yasuo does best. He does get polymorphed. And let's see where this decides to go. He is taking a good amount of damage. He does ult with Lulu. Lulu also ults, and the 3v3 not happening.
And see, that's why I said 18 minutes, because Yasuo could jump in their team, but they have a lot of good utility with knockups and stuns, and they're able to keep them from killing their entire team.
I underestimated the amount of CC they have. The amount of CC they have, and if they use it all together, is pretty scary.
Yeah, you have to understand that Lulu's ult knocks up everyone around somebody and gives them health. And then she also has a shield which gives people a lot of effective health and moves them allows them to move faster. Nidalee also has a heal and then can deal a lot of damage. Ashe has a bunch of slows and then a stun with her ult.
Yeah, again, Yasuo not really being scared. He doesn't really see where anybody else is, but he doesn't really care. Doing a lot of damage to Ashe. She does get a little bit of heal. Ashe decides she doesn't want to run away. She can take down Yasuo. Bad idea. There's a little bit of a 1v1 going up bottom and then a 2v2. Doesn't really matter. Lulu trying to run for her life. Doesn't go. Was I 16 minutes? You said 18 minutes?
Yes.
I think I'm about to win this bet. If Vi decides she wants to stop jungling.
Yeah, see, this is why I said 18 minutes.
No, don't split push.
The Killsteal Assassins aren't taking objectives as fast as they could be. So, you're going to be a couple seconds off.
No, I'm rarely right.
I'm going to give you 30 seconds plus or minus. So, if they get it in the next 30 seconds, you win.
Okay, well, saying that Yasuo is not really scared of anybody on their team, I have a feeling he's going to take this turret next minion wave.
Okay, and then we'd like to do something that we're going to do every game, the 15-minute MVS. What that means is the most valuable summoner in this game at the point of 15 minutes in. Right now we're 16:25, so we're doing it a little late, but we're going to do it while there's really no action going on.
Hey, Mr. Robot, what does MVS stand for?
Most valuable summoner. I already said that.
Sorry, wasn't paying attention. Lulu with the initiate does get a little bit poked back. Annie not being scared again with her epic ult. She does take some turret damage. She is ignited. Nidalee really wants that kill. Doesn't care who's going to stand in her way to get it. And it looks like she's not going to get it. So MVS.
I'm going to go with Yasuo this game. He's got 133 farm, which is way over double anyone else in the game, got 12 kills and deals a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, for the sake of argument, I would usually say somebody else.
But at this
But
point, it's kind of pointless.
it's 119. I mean, I really like the Vi. Really good initiates early game. She realized they were squishy and that she should just go in there.
Yeah, also tanking a lot of the damage that the other team could put out.
Yeah, so I do agree with you. Yasuo is the MVS. So he can go ahead and hang that imaginary trophy up on his wall. But Vi, if there was a second MVS, I would totally give to Vi. And a great counter jungling too. And it looks like Vi initiating, and then Yasuo doing a bunch of damage. There is an ult. Annie is around in the corner waiting for the Nadali, and it looks like Ashe just disappeared from the face of this earth.
Yeah, I think what Sirens of the North's biggest problem is that their team is two squishy AP carries and an AD carry. So, a Yasuo can deal a lot of damage really early and really fast. I think they really should have chose at least one bruiser or one tank, like Killsteal Assassins did. They have a tank in there who can take pretty much the entire team's other damage.
I'm not against the 3 carries that they have right now. I'm not against that in threes. But when all your teams have pretty much the strongest initiators in the game, then I have a problem. There's an initiator by Annie, and she is gone, and for somehow Ashe just bursted like a piñata. Yasuo not scared of turret, of course, because he is Yasuo. Nadali does flash. He is pretty fast, and it looks like he does miss his skill shot, and misses it. Yasuo's still waiting around for Nadali, though.
We actually both lost the bet there because they took the inhibitor at 1845. I was more than 30 seconds wrong, so we both lost that one.
Nice, nice. So we're both dumbasses.
Yeah.
Nice. It looks like that's about to wrap up this game. Ashe trying to make that last minute effort, and very heroic, but I guess not very. Oh, they do get Yasuo. Never mind.
Yeah, able to take him down really doesn't do much now, though, because even if the team cannot take the Nexus now, they'll just come back later.
Well, that's the end of the first game, pretty much. They are chasing Annie. Vi's not able to do enough damage, really.
Oh, hey, well.
Heyo, heyo. I like that. Ooh. Guess it's not the end of the game.
Yeah, they've got 2 of the Killsteal Assassins team down, so maybe they can push a little bit here. Maybe keep
Hashtag
going a little
comeback?
longer.
Hashtag comeback.
Hashtag possible, not really comeback.
Hashtag sad face.
Uh,
As we see, Vi is trying to get the altar again. And then with a really strong initiative, she has no one to back her up. She's not building damage, so she can't really do anything besides get poked. Yasuo, Big Brother Yasuo coming in. I don't know if they see him, but there's a really strong initiative by both of them. And of course, Yasuo doing what he does best and popping people.
Yasuo's Q actually dealing 403 damage now, including the 200 magic damage from the... No, wait. No, 100 magic damage from the static shiv. So he's dealing around 500 damage with just his Q.
Again, we'd like to apologize for the technical difficulties that we did have earlier. We shouldn't have that in future tournaments or even on future games coming up on earlier today. Or
Later today.
later today, same thing.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll be able to get you your next game in a second.
So, go ahead and give us a like, subscribe, follow, message us, IM us, post a comment, give us a hug, take us out on a date. I'm Sparthus, and I don't kiss on the first date.
I'm Mr. Robot. Why did you include all of that?
This is the League of Carmel.
We'll be back in a couple minutes.
enlarge this.
Quick scene.
Scene?
Okay.
Now what do I click?
We're live now.
Alright, yeah, but what do I click?
No, you're good.
Nice.
Well,
go ahead and...
First off, you wanna... There we go. Okay, we're all good now. So, let's talk about the next game.
Alright, go ahead.
While we, bring up this baby. You just talk. I got this.
Alright, so next game. Not that the other game wasn't good. I enjoyed that. But the next game should be really competitive. Really high-ranked people are going to be in this game. And we're going to see some pretty good, I guess how they kind of fight during the Champion Select is going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, we're going with the Romans versus Joliet Alliance game for this one.
Yeah, exactly.
This one.
And whoever moves on to win that game will go against Lithia's army. And fun fact, Joliet's Alliance and Lithia's army, they actually all live in one house.
Yeah, so well, they'll be interesting if they have to fight each other.
So yeah, they're used to I guess playing each other. So should be a really fun game. I'm kind of hoping the Romans lose for that one reason. And then of course, on the other side of the bracket, we had Kill Steal Assassins sweeping the floor up. Just great team playing. Awesome Annie, great Vi, almost perfect Yasua, and against falling head first, which
that's my brother's team. So my brother's a pretty decent player. I've played with him since he's my brother, and but I have no idea about the other two people on his team.
Yeah, yeah, should be interesting. Should be really interesting. I actually don't know pretty much anything about. Well, I know who your little brother is, of course. We go to the same school, but I've never really played with him.
Yeah, he likes a lot of bruisery champions,
which is awesome for threes. Really
yeah, which is really good for threes.
Really bruise dominant map.
Yeah, and he plays Darius as his main, so it's we'll see if he picks that one for the game.
Fun fact about last game, on the blue team, the team Sirens in the North, Lulu, Nidali, and Ash all got 1 kill and at least 1 assist. So yeah. I find that interesting. I don't know. They were pretty even.
It is interesting. Oh, and then the Vi on the other team did not die.
If anything, I feel like Yasuo shouldn't have died. He went in there in some weird times.
Yeah, he shouldn't have died, but
really aggressive guy.
Twice. Yes, he was very, very aggressive.
So when he's playing a really smart team, like the one he'll be playing in the future, or I'm sure he'll play a good team in the future. Let's see how that aggressiveness plays off exactly.
Yeah, especially against my brother's team, the Falling Head First, because my brother is also a very aggressive person while he's playing. So,
I've actually heard stories about how aggressive he is.
Yeah, he will make some questionable plays sometimes, but for the most part he's okay.
Makes for good commentating, though. I mean,
yeah, just like that.
Don't hurt yourself, bud. Come on, use your words.
Just like some of those dives that Yasuo made last game. That's what I was trying to get to.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good commentating stuff.
Successful sentence.
Yeah.
So next game to look forward to, or at least for the next round where these guys are involved. The Kill Stealing Assassins. Annie questionable with her ult. If she plays Annie again, will that random ult get her killed in the future?
Yeah, that'll be interesting, because a lot of mispositioning, actually, by that team. Vi and Annie and Yasuo all attacking at weird times without the rest of their team.
Yeah, the only person I would say that maybe played a perfect game would probably be Vi. Not just because she has 0 kills, but because her initiating... Did I say 0 kills?
Yeah, she had 3 kills.
I meant to say 0 deaths.
It's okay, buddy. You can keep going.
My head hurts sometimes. But, so she went 309, and she actually got more gold than, their, AP carry, Annie. So I really like this Vi, and I feel like in the next round that they play, that maybe she'll carry the team, and maybe she'll be the next MVS.
Maybe. It's just that Vi really doesn't deal as much damage as someone who could, carry a game. So
Well, I mean, I'm not really talking about the champion. I'm just talking about
No, I know.
him as a summoner.
yeah,
or
but
her.
if you play something like a Vi, it's hard to carry the game because you're really there to take the bullets instead of shoot them out.
Ooh. That got me excited. I'm sorry. It looks like we're having more technical difficulties. We're trying to find somebody from Joliet's Alliance. I think he's AFK right now. Or
Yeah, they just need to invite one more player to the game.
so I guess it's not really technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's just organizational.
Organization. Nice. Let's see. Anything to look forward to in the future in this tournament?
Just more exciting games. That was a decent game. It was a little one-sided.
Right here, dude. Right here. That got me right here. That's deep. Very deep.
I'm normally a very, very deep emotional guy.
I'm looking forward to seeing how the Joliet's Alliance plays together, because, like I've said, they live together, they play League a lot together,
Yeah.
they sleep together, they eat together.
Well, I'd hope so. They do all live in the same house.
Nice. They don't shower together though.
I'd hope not.
That'd be weird, or maybe not. I don't know. But the synchronization. There we go. Synchronization. It should be really smooth against maybe a team like the Romans, who haven't even played one game together.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, especially when you're in the same house. You can have very clear communication.
Nice.
And then be able to make your plays better.
Ooh, nice. Another problem though with everybody playing in the same house, the lag.
Yeah, there's a very real possibility, especially if the Romans fight the Lithia's army, that there's going to be a lot of lag in that house.
Yeah. Oh. I think you meant Joliet's Alliance and Lithia's army, right?
That's what I meant.
Yeah, man,
Yes.
that's gonna. So if anything, we might just be spectating a game where no one's moving the whole time.
Yeah, it's just going to be them coming back and forth
Yeah.
from the summoner's platform just because they keep disconnecting.
Nice. I was gonna say something about that. It'll really test how we are as, I guess, announcers if
Well,
that happens.
We'll see, because there's a real possibility also
Yeah.
that there could be pretty much no lag and they could have a normal game.
And then we actually have to be good at what we do then.
Yeah, we have to actually say real stuff.
Ah,
Who would do that?
lame. How's the?
They are currently in Champ Select, so we will be able to spectate them in a second.
Nice. Do I want to do what?
Do you have crap? Alright,
Do I have crap?
It's okay.
I'm a funny guy.
Hopefully, did I type thing?
No, you did not.
Okay, so we kind of need to be friends with a person to spectate them. So
Our lines are just blowing up today. We have everybody in the tournament is just full on just emailing us, messaging us, and
Yeah.
I've just missed 11 calls in 10 minutes.
I've never had this many message windows open up on League before. It's scary, to be honest.
It's really stressful. This is stressful.
Yeah, so still in Champ Select. We're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, and then we can talk about a little more specifics about this. Yeah.
Who are you liking in LCS right now?
Oh, in the LCS? Well, CLG is my favorite team.
You want to go show them the shirt? Or you'll save them?
I'll show the shirt
Alright.
later.
He has a shirt.
No, but at one time, actually, for really the 4 months ago, was like the end of it, and then like the previous 6 months before that, double lift was like my idol. And my entire existence was playing AD carry and trying to last hit as great as double lift.
Don't start with double lift. I get emotional when you bring him up.
Vane's my best AD carry now because I would study double lift.
I get you.
And then like I love all of the players on the team: Afromu, Link, Dexter, Nien, just all great guys.
Dexter, that guy. He hasn't been with the team for a very long time right now.
No,
right?
he's actually only been there for around 5 weeks now.
Exactly. That guy, in my opinion, is a genius. He might be one of the most smartest people to study the game. And once they really get that, that team bonding, I feel Dexter is going to be unstoppable because he's a shot caller on their team. So, just that nice teamwork.
Yeah. And actually, he's one of the only LCS junglers to play Kazakh's jungle, which is one of my favorites when I'm not playing AD carry.
We actually might see a Kazakh jungle in this tournament. He's huge, and
well, I would really hope so, because Kazakhs is one of the best champions for this game type.
So I was gonna say, yes, beat me to the punchline. Yeah, awesome in this game type, if not probably the best jungler, right next to Vi. Spectating time.
Free target.
Ba-ba-ba.
At the bottom. There you go, buddy.
I'm not new to League, I swear.
Oh, man. Okay, so we'll get the game up for you in a second here. Monitor.
You might want to start the music, too.
Nope. Well, we don't play music during games.
We don't?
Okay, so we have all of the picks and bans here. Well, we can't really see the bands, but we can see the picks.
But I'm sure they were good bands.
They must have been.
Amazing bands.
Amazing.
Probably perfect bands.
Godly bands.
Ooh, I can't beat that.
Okay, so the blue team, which is the Romans. I think. No, that is
that's Joliet's Alliance.
Yes, and then the purple team,
the Romans.
The Romans.
Nice.
We've got Tarek, Misfortune, and Jarvan for
really,
Joliet's Alliance.
really weird.
Really, really weird. And then
we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. And then for the Romans, we've got Gragas, Teemo, and Nasus. First, let's talk about the team that actually makes sense.
Okay, let me go ahead and spitball real quick. Is that a word? Do people say that? Spitball?
It works. Just keep going.
Okay. The Chaw guy who's playing Gragas. I've seen him play Gragas. I've played with him. His Gragas is scary.
Yeah.
That is a force to be reckoned with. And how he usually goes top lane with him, so I wouldn't be surprised if he goes top lane. But how he plays him in threes is genius. The problem is though, I've seen him play it in fives, and I've seen him play it in threes. He plays exactly the same style, and he builds the exact same thing as if he was playing fives and threes. He's not, a threes guy like we are.
Yeah.
So we'll see if maybe he's become accustomed, because the last time I played with him was about a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
But so we'll see. And then Teemo, the mushrooms in the jungle, great altar support.
Yeah. Also good for giving vision when on a map where you can't put down any wards.
Something that I hate that when people don't understand is you should build 0 attack speed on Teemo.
Yeah, there's no reason to build.
Just 0. People want to build them AD. They want to build them AP attack speed. If you build them straight up AP, the amount of damage the shrooms will do, and your capabilities of kiting are legendary. They're awesome.
Also, if you build a Leandry's Torment, his mushrooms are absolutely scary.
Yeah, they definitely are. And Wooglitz is, well, I guess Wooglitz is amazing on
Wooglitz is amazing for pretty much any AP carry, especially in threes. Well, seeing that threes is the only map that the item is actually an item on.
I think it's on Dominion.
Oh yeah, forgot about that one.
And it is also on ARAMs?
It might be. I don't know.
Do people care though? I don't think people care.
I haven't played on Howling Abyss much, so.
Well, we need to. Again, I'm a geek. I love skins. And I have to say it. The Emerald Targ skin for the win. Yes.
Yeah,
He's going to carry the game.
an interesting skin. Really just a green Tarek. Gragas Esquire. Great skin. His barrels are giant wine bottles, which is pretty cool.
I think Gragas skins all in general are just pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's got a couple.
What's that thing he has like that where he's a thug or something and he throws out like...
Vandal? Yeah, he throws out a keg. Metal keg.
Can't beat that. Can't beat that.
Yeah.
And
then
no, go ahead.
Infernal Nasus, he's got the Snoop Dogg dance. I don't know what else you want.
No one cares about cool skins.
Look
It's
at
all
him,
about the
look at him.
geeky skins.
It's the Snoop.
Oh, I'm
it's
leaving.
It was
Anyways.
the Snoop Dogg dance. Okay, let's talk about the other team. So they've got a Jarvan, a Taric, and a Misfortune. There's a very real possibility here that their Jarvan could be a non-smite jungler. But
I kind of doubt it though,
yeah,
because
they did pick up Runic Shield on the Taric, which means that he's most likely going to be in a lane with someone else.
okay, and then Jarvan's probably gonna go top then.
Yep.
Again, another 80 carry in threes. You rarely see it in I guess ranked threes games,
Yeah.
but you've seen it twice already in this tournament. How do you feel about her threes capabilities?
She's kind of like Ashe in my opinion, where it's an interesting pick because she really has no escapes. But Misfortune does normally have a lot of bad mana problems, but in threes, you get extra mana regen just for being on the map. So it's not as bad.
Again, if they make it to late game, Misfortune can almost like two-shot towers. Not actually two-shot, but you get the point. And so if they carry this out to late game and they get a lucky ace out of nowhere, literally they can just take down all the towers and a nexus.
Yeah, the one good thing about or one of a couple good things about the Joliet's alliance team is they do have 2 tanks basically on their team, so they're going to be able to take a lot of the damage.
And it looks like Sparthus, which is me, again not being wrong, and we do have a Gragas top, and then we have the Taric Misfortune bottom.
Yeah, Taric Misfortune, always a pretty decent matchup. Good heals for Misfortune when she...
It's decent in threes. I mean, in fives.
Yeah.
But threes, we're in a whole different ballpark. We're in a different game. Literally. What? You're spasming. What's up?
You just blew my mind there, man.
oh, that was sarcasm.
Okay, so Teemo and Nasus actually a pretty good matchup because they can Nasus can farm his Q while Teemo puts down some pokes on the
We
enemy
do
team.
get an underfed Teemo though, because he's not farming. He's focusing on poking. And he's actually looks like Teemo's taking a lot of damage. He does use his flash. Misfortune trying to get back in the game. There is a stun up. Looks like Misfortune just tried to Q Nasus and then to ricochet Teemo, but it doesn't work. Nasus is too far. Wow. They almost got Teemo.
Yeah, there was a very real possibility of both teams getting a kill there. Nasus, if he focused on Misfortune more there instead of Taric, probably could have gotten her almost dead, if not actually dead.
Yeah, lucky flash by Teemo, and lucky that the Q didn't ricochet back to him, because that's a lot of damage. It would have not killed Teemo, but it would have gave Taric, a better chance of killing.
And he wouldn't be able to stay there and defend like he is now.
Is he doing that? Yes, he is. Looks like Nasus doing the smart thing, and as soon as the altar's up, he is going to try to get it, but it looks like Misfortune and Taric are ganking, and he does dash out. There is a stun, but he does flash. It looks like they're not going to get him. Nice dash flash combo by Gragas.
Yeah, Gragas is actually his body slam is actually a very interesting thing. You can
Jarvan does initiate. He's taking a lot of damage. There is an ignite on Gragas. He's taking too much damage. That looks like he's about to pop, and he does get the Gragas kill. There is an ignite. It looks like it's not going to take him out. It does take him out. Tar gets the kill, and now it's a 2v2. Wow.
Yeah, Gragas's body slam, as I was saying, is one of the only things that you can flash during the animation of. So there's a lot of people who've outplayed their lane opponents by body slamming one direction, but then flashing directly onto them, or flashing to get the body slam a little extra distance and still get the damage.
Not a fan of Misfortune and Targ in threes together laning, but oh man, the synchronization they have is crazy. They're reading each other's minds.
Yeah, every time that Targ puts a stun down on anyone on the other team, Misfortune's just laying it into them.
Look they're like glued to each other. They don't want to leave each other's side. It's kind of romantic.
Their green and red combo almost seems like it's Christmas.
Are you high?
What kind of question is that?
I don't know, it's just weird. You're weird. And it looks like they do decide to switch lanes. Gragas is having a little bit of problems with Jarvan, which I guess is understandable, and I guess Nasus wants a little bit more farm.
Yeah, this makes sense, because the Teemo poke wasn't doing enough, because Tarek would just, body block all of them. But now that both Gragas and Teemo are able to poke at them, Misfortune's almost dead.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a barrel... Oh, wow, we kind of missed that, but Jarvan killing Nasus. Yeah, the barrier goes up, and he probably would have dodged it. I think he did dodge it.
He did dodge it.
I don't get the red-green. You know what I mean?
I'm not feeling like Green Arrow and his sidekick Speedy. It's just weird, because it looks like Christmas all the time.
I think all 9 streamers that we had might have just left.
I hope so.
You hope so?
Because I'm a loser.
Nice.
Oh, and we actually have 11. So.
11 streamers. Wow. I'm actually. And all kidding aside, thanks for joining in, guys.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to have double digits of people here.
Misfortune getting a little cocky because Jarvan was coming in. He does get the pop off. Decides to jump on Teemo, doing a bunch of damage. Teemo's not going to do anything. Gragas taking a lot of damage again, and Jarvan putting the team on his back.
Jarvan's ultimate having a lot of good synergy for his team. Allowing Misfortune and Tarek to just deal all of their damage in one little area. And it's going to be really good later game when Misfortune hits 6, because he could ult on them, keep them in the circle, and then Misfortune can just bullet time all through the circle.
Bullet time.
That's the name of her ult.
Again, a little bit, there's a trade. Nasus not knowing how to really trade, though. Because that's also what got him killed the first time.
Yeah.
Is a really bad call on his trade, and then Jarvan decided to execute.
Yeah, that's ooh.
Misfortune waiting in the bush. It looks like Gragas is gonna get a little bit of a gank, but Jarvan feeling it. Good MIAs all around by blue team. Joliet's alliance. A really aggressive Misfortune. Trade not equal though.
Yeah, this Jarvan's being able to do a lot of damage to everybody except Gragas. There, he's able
and
ooh, good flash for Jarvan.
There is going to be Ignite. Hopefully he can dodge the barrel, and he does. Wow. Really bad ult by Gragas, causing...
Well, Jarvan did flash there, so really good prediction on Jarvan's part.
Oh, did he flash? I didn't even see that.
He flashed right before the ult hit so that he would be pushed away instead of back. A really good call.
I like that he knew that he had his ult up. He felt it. He could feel it in his bones. Good job. It looks like they are taking objective. They're going to take to the altar. It looks like Tark's the only one that's there to, guess, contest the protection. But looks like it's going to be a free giveaway. And Gragas really aggressive. It looks like it's a little bit of a 1v1. Misfortune wants nothing with a part of it, and he does take a free turret kit. Oh, man, great. All Jarvan right behind there to finish it off. And Jarvan, he's not going to run away. He wants that Teemo kill. Ah, good flash. Oh, great. Oh, man, this Jarvan is scary. Misfortune kind of flashes in there to, I don't want to say KS, but I guess get a piece of the action.
Yeah, kind of unnecessary flash for Misfortune, but
really good ult though. Really good ult.
Good timing on all of their parts. Good team fighting on their parts. Because I'm saying on their parts too much.
On their parts.
On their parts. It's their strategy should really be focused on team fighting. Because with Misfortune's good area of effect and Tarek's stun, and then Jarvan's...
Oh, there's a flash. It looks like they're going to jump on Misfortune. Misfortune with the bear, she's not going to try to initiate any damage. But there is a lot of damage being done to Gragas when she does decide to do damage. Now Tarek's running for his life. Looks like Jarvan's going to try to play up the catch-up game. We do see him running from behind. We don't know if he's going to get into any of the action. Yes, he does want the action. He could care less if Gnosis is there. Oh, wow, he does a lot of damage. It looks like he's not going to be able to execute, though. There is a health relic up top, so Grog is probably going to get that, run down, and see if he can finish off the Jarvan. Nice shot by Jarvan, by at least, I guess, trying, let's say.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the Romans need to do. They need to pick off people who deal the damage on the team. So don't be, focusing the Taric. Try to get Misfortune out so that they can't really deal most of their damage.
In my opinion, if Misfortune would have just stayed there and say, hey, you know what, I'm dead already, and try to do as much possible damage to Gragas, it would have been a better call.
Yeah, I think it might have worked.
Tark did have his ult up at the time, too, so it would have been a nice 2v2.
Yeah, they probably could have stayed in there a little bit longer and gotten more damage off, but they are a team fighting team. It's a good idea to stay away from those.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like, again, really being aggressive. Misfortune taking a good amount of poke, but she does have some lifesteal to make the pain go away.
Yeah, already has a Vamp Scepter and a Brutalizer, so she's got good armor penetration.
Black Cleaver. She's probably going to build a Black Cleaver into that.
It's a possibility, but she could also build it into one of my favorite items, Yomu's Ghostblade. You can do a lot with that. It's a very underrated item.
Let's make another bet. I'm saying Black Cleaver.
I'm gonna say Black Cleaver as well. I'm just saying it could be Ghostblade.
Lame. You're scared.
Well, no, because the Black
it's
Cleaver...
It's okay, we all get scared. We all get scared, Mr. Robot.
Just let me explain it.
It looks like there was a little bit of a gank attempt, not really Teemo Mushrooms doing Teemo Mushroom damage. Sorry, proceed.
But Black Cleaver is a way, way better idea here. Especially with Gragas, who can build some armor.
And it looks like Jarvan's going to initiate from behind. Misfortune really behind, like kind of catches out Gragas. Doesn't really matter. Wow, great ult. He does get ulted by Gragas. Just a lot of damage happening. That Jarvan gank proving to be legendary.
Exactly what I was saying would be the perfect combo. Jarvan ult into Misfortune's bullet time ult. Deals tons of damage.
Not even that. I'm going to go one step further and say that Taric stun is getting people off Misfortune. And it's, there's a stun. Misfortune does a bunch of damage. Oh, looks like Jarvan taking a little bit damage by Tower. And Gragas almost leaving with his health. You know how much health he had, bud? Which is you, Mr. Robot?
Well, he currently has 110. He had a little lower than that. At the end of the fight, though. Probably would have been a one more auto attack kill.
One more auto attack, one more, what's it called? Demacia Strike, I think? Blah.
Dragon Strike.
Dragon Strike, there we go. And he would have been dead.
Yep.
It looks like there's going to be a Gnosis gank. He does have his slow. It's pretty much... Oh, guess he didn't want any of that. But like I was saying, Misfortune... she is being useful in team fights. So, I kind of take that back.
Dealing most of the damage there with her bullet time.
Yeah, definitely. But also, she's going to be able to take turrets like there's no tomorrow. As we saw, she was trying to put some damage on that. If Gnosis would have came like 2 seconds later, that turret would have been in some pretty deep... Yeah, well, it would have been gone, but it would have been some deep trouble.
Yeah, like
it looks like there is some altar competing again. There are 2 people that are protected, and it looks like it is going to be a 2v2. Gragas doing a bunch of damage. There is a barrier. He does ult. He needs to stop running away and do some damage. Turn around, buddy. And it looks like Gragas taking a good amount of damage. Gragas taking a good amount of damage by Jarvan. He does have his dash, and again, one auto attack away. Looks like Jarvan trying to run away for his life, decides he doesn't want it, and then he gets a Teemo kill, and now it's a 1v2. He turns around. He tried getting the Gragas, misunderstood how much damage he had. I don't know if he's going to try to... Looks like he wants that Gragas kill. So
I think at this point he's really just trying to not die. The Nasus was zoning him out from being able to go back to his tower, so he was trying to dance a little bit.
What was Misfortune thinking? She needs to stay and stop running. If she just needs to put some damage out there.
Yeah, even a couple auto attacks would have pretty much killed the other team.
He will die. Grant, he will die. He will definitely die.
But he was going to die anyway.
Yeah, he was going to die anyways, but he could have died, a lot of damage. And there is, wow, there's Jarvan not knowing when to go home, and thank God because he is saving the team right now.
And exactly as we were saying, Misfortune dealing a lot of damage against the other team.
He just needs to realize he does a lot of damage.
He needs to actually deal the damage.
Are you getting a little emotional about it? I'm getting a little emotional about it.
I'm getting a couple tears.
Ah, nice.
This Gragas has been making a lot of good plays, saving his team in that one team fight from the bullet time.
Yeah, definitely.
From the bullet time, with his ult being able to displace her.
Yeah. It does look like they're getting closer with objectives like taking all these altars. They are getting more objectives done. So I don't want to say they're keeping up in gold, but they're getting more gold than they should have. What Joliet's Alliance needs to do is they need to start taking more objectives. While that be Vilma, taking out turrets, getting some more altars in. It looks like Teemo's going to try to give a quick gank. I mean, Teemo could literally go in there. There's a flash, and there is an ult. Teemo just needs one auto attack, and it's there. Tarek does use his ult, not enough. Really great ult by Gragas.
Tarek really fast on his face of the mountain shield.
Oh, looks like there's going to be a little bit of 1v1.
Really fast on the face of the mountain shield, allowing her to
Ooh.
live through Gragas' ult there, actually.
I don't think I've ever seen a Jarvan do this much damage before.
Yeah, he's actually building more of a attack damage build than
A little bit bruisery. A little bit bruisery.
more of a off tank than the real tank.
And as we notice, Misfortune has yet to build the Brutalizer fully, so kind of keeping us.
So our bet's still going up.
Yeah, kind of keeping us in suspense. It looks like Tarek is going to try to get the altar, which is a smart idea. Jarvan pretty pushed. There's going to be a Nasus gank, it looks like.
Yeah, could gank from behind really well here. The Nasus Wither being a 95% slow, he really can't get out of there.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. He's in a world of hurt right now. Looks like he's trying to do a little bit of a 1v1. Teemo is there. Misfortune and Tarek trying to catch up. Misfortune being really fast because of her passive. And there's a lot of damage. There's the initiation. Great ult. And woo, Nas is taking a lot of damage. Wow. The damage that's going on when Misfortune decides that, hey, we're going to stick around. Mind-blowing. This comp is ridiculous.
It's an amazing team fight comp.
They play really well together.
Yeah, and the communication difference is really showing. Nasus coming up behind and withering Jarvan, his team could have jumped on him and killed him almost immediately, but the rest of his team was a third of the map away. They couldn't have done any damage to him. Better communication, I guess, is winning this game.
If they take one more ace, the Joliet's Alliance, if they get another ace, Misfortune is going to, of course, have more items by then. And she's going to be able to do a lot of damage to maybe an inhibitor or take down bottom turret. I mean, they need to stay away from getting aced again.
Yeah, Joliet's Alliance being able to get a lot of free damage off. Both Nasus and Teemo not really putting anything back on them. So that's really like what's deciding these fights is how much free damage the other team's allowing.
I like how Jarvan, he was over there, he kind of played the victim. He's like, oh, gank me, yeah. And then he gets ganked, and then he leads them to these two lovers, and then it ends up not in their favor.
Yeah, he's definitely a bait master.
This is the first time in the game where Misfortune and Tarek didn't go home together.
Oh man.
Maybe a little dispute in the love life?
No, I just think Tarek had a little too much gold, and Misfortune doesn't need to go back yet.
That doesn't make for a good story, though.
Yeah, but this is League. We're not going for a good story. They even got rid of the little tab with the lore. They're done with story. Come on.
Don't break my heart. I don't want to talk about it. What was I going to say? I was going to say something important. Hey, Mr. Robot, isn't there something you want to say?
Oh yeah, we forgot about the 15-minute MVS, seeing that it's already almost 19 minutes. Who do you think it was this game?
Let's go ahead. I'm going to count to 3, and on 3, we're going to both say who it is, because I'm going to take a wild guess and say we both know who it is.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, Jarvan. Nice.
I'd hope you'd say that, seeing that he does have 11 kills and 4 assists, being 100% kill participation for his team.
Oh wow, a little bit of an early initiation, but he's not taking any damage. And Misfortune does take the health relic, doesn't really matter. Doing a lot of damage. Gragas Barrel is doing absolutely no damage. and it looks like it's a little bit of a chase. Like I said, they can't really afford. Oh, there is an ult. He does get him out. Target does get a stun, and it looks like Misfortune is going to get the kill, which is awesome. Now Teemo just running for his life. Looks like Misfortune says, you know what? I'm not in the mood to dance. Let's go ahead and start taking some golems, I guess.
Yeah, after they take the golems, they're going to be able to push the top lane and go take a tower. Maybe.
What I hate in League is dancing. I hate it when we're chasing for like 40 minutes, and it's just like, no, you know what? We could care less. Go ahead and dance. Wow, a lot of damage taken to Gnosis. He does flash, doesn't go really far. Kind of a waste of a null, doesn't really matter. Gets the kill.
Yeah, now being 8.5k gold up, they really don't have to worry as much about things like wasted ults. Because Jarvan's CS being at 144 now, 40 is 34 more than the highest CS on the other team, and 90-ish more than the second highest on their team.
Jarvan trying to do as much possible damage to the turret, but you know, Jarvan's not really a turret type of taking damage type of guy. I don't think that sentence made sense. But Teemo trying to, I guess, gank, and Gragas again trying to gank.
Those are air quotes, by the way. Since
oh yeah, I forgot they can't see me. Yes, those were air quotes between the ganks.
Yeah. And then
he's waiting in the bush. Teemo is there. He does put an ignite on him. There is a flash, and wow, he does do a lot of damage. There is a little bit of an EQ love. He just needs one more auto attack, and he gets the Q.
The Dragon Strike for the
We
kill.
finally see the Dragon Strike kill. I think I've fallen in love with this Jarvan.
He's definitely our most valuable summoner this game.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
More valuable than Yasuo, you would say?
You know, I do think so, because his Q might only be doing 350 damage compared to the, you know, like 400 of Yasuo. but he's had a better team play.
He's literally
Yasuo,
he's changed the fights. Yeah. Just, you know, belly flop the fights into where they're losing into just really great things.
He's come in behind the other team and just completely changed how the team fights were going.
I kind of like how this Misfortune uses her make it rain ability. She used it in some awesome times. I like it.
Barriered there for the mushroom. An interesting idea.
Who barriered? I was looking at you.
Misfortune. She barriered because she walked over a mushroom.
Let's stay positive. Let's think about this.
Again, they are 10k gold up now with 2 towers to 0. They don't have to worry about summoner spells as much.
Oh,
Ooh.
Gragas with the miss. He needs to stop chasing and turn around and smell the coffee. And it looks like, oh wait, never mind. Teemo does decide to go in, and there is a flash, nice flash. Jarvan saves the day. Wow, a lot of damage. He's not gonna die. Hopefully he doesn't walk on a Teemo mushroom. And I guess Jarvan's showing MVS material.
Really, really good team fights. They're doing exactly what they need to do this game. Taric just tanking everything that they need to. The Jarvan building good magic resist so that the other team can't deal any damage. They're just
they're so perfect.
Their synergy is over 9,000.
Okay. Cute. Think about this. Lithia's army also live all in the same house, right, buddy?
Yep.
Joliet's alliance all live all in the same house. Great, right? Great team fights? Imagine the great team fights on both sides. I really want to see this matchup.
It'll be interesting, because what happens if they're close to each other in the house and they can hear each other talking? Maybe then they'll know each other's strategies.
Thinking outside the box.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting game to watch if it does happen.
Jarvan doing a lot of damage and pretty much taking no damage in return. There's a little bit of a gank by Teemo. It's gonna be a little bit of a 3v3. Jarvan does realize the pickle that he's in, but it looks like, yeah, it looks like they just don't want anything to do with Jarvan. There's an ult. It looks like Misfortune is going to be coming from behind. Why'd he go in? My perfect Jarvan. What were you thinking?
If his team was closer,
I don't know.
They would have gotten a couple kills there.
Teemo was, I think he got scared that Teemo was there. And then he was like, oh, what should I do? But Teemo, in my opinion, wanted nothing to do with that. If he would have walked out, Teemo would have just been like, here you go, buddy. Here's your passport.
Yeah, I honestly feel like if Jarvan waited and, you know, even had just Taric there, they would have at least gotten one kill out of it.
My heart's actually broken, though. Like, Why? Like, you guys were so perfect. Why would you make a flaw? You guys aren't human. Something to, just point out, misfortune. Taking advantage of the jungle. AD carries need a lot of farm. And seeing that Daimeron, who is playing misfortune, doesn't have a lot of kills, he's making it up with a lot of CS.
Yeah. The Gragas here has a lot of damage that he can use, but the other team just so much magic resist from being higher level, and then Jarvan building a Banshee's Veil already, and then the magic resist boots, really shutting him down. They have a very AP heavy team, so they can just build magic resist and just...
Alright, something that we haven't seen in this tournament yet is an attempted Vilma. Vilma, what people need to realize is that Vilma wins games. The buff that it gives you, the amount of money that it gives your whole team is really, really important.
And
the more Vilmas you get, and the more Vilma control you have, literally can be the difference between a W and an L.
And with a 10.5...
Oh, there's an initiate by Gnosis. Jarvan.
With a 10.5k gold lead here, they were able to deal a lot of damage really, really fast and clear Vilma with only 2 people incredibly fast. Oh, and our bet's over. Black Cleaver was bought.
Haha, I am never wrong, except the last game where I was wrong. We do see...
The bet was that I agreed with you anyway.
Yeah. What a sore loser. Looks like Misfortune, poking a little bit. There's a little bit of dancing going on, which is kind of not going in Misfortune's fortune. There's a lot of damage being taken to Misfortune. She does barrier. There is an alt seed. She does do the right thing. Oh my god, she finishes her off. Wow.
This Taric with his Face of the Mountain shield has made extremely clutch plays. Saving Misfortune from dying for nothing there, and even saving her a couple times before now.
Good job, Revane. Just good job again with the whole knowing each other and just like, hey, I'm gonna stick through this. Shield me and I'm gonna kill Gragas. And Taric was like, hey, Captain.
It's pronounced II, but we won't go there.
But you did go there.
Gragas and Teemo both having a Wooglets this game, but haven't really used the active on it. Both Gragas and Teemo, if they have used that, could have wasted Misfortune's ult and a couple of Jarvan's moves, but they really haven't used it at all.
Yeah, Teemo, doing what Teemo should be doing, not building any attack speed, but those mushrooms aren't doing enough damage to have any effect with Taric being a super tank, with Jarvan, being naturally tanky, and Misfortune's lifesteal, the little damage that the shrooms are doing, not doing any damage.
Yeah, and Teemo looking like he's going to be heading towards Leandries eventually here, which is a good idea. I believe he probably should have built it before the Wooglets, especially when they fell behind. But seems like he's working towards it.
How do you feel, Mr. Robot?
About what, Sparthus?
I don't know, just in general, life.
I don't know. A little tired. Been a long 2 games. But
you say like it's a bad thing. Imagine what our streamers think.
They must hate us.
They must hate us. All 2 of them.
An
but
interesting pickup. Jarvan getting a Hydra.
It does proc off really nice with the passive.
Yeah, and I understand it completely. It's just I don't see damaged Jarvans that often, so it's a weird thing to see.
You know what? It's one of those situations where I'm not going to question what this Jarvan is doing, because this Jarvan is a good Jarvan. So
yeah,
whatever he's doing the good thing. What they need to stop doing is, what Joliet's Alliance needs to stop doing is they need to stop dancing, because Misfortune is just taking barrels in the face. Which, I mean, it's kind of not doing anything now, but it could start doing stuff.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, interesting fact about a Hydra. It procs with Gangplank's Q.
Because it does count as a basic attack.
Yeah. Which I found was incredibly interesting because, it's a projectile, so the melee item, you wouldn't think would deal it. But when you do shoot them, it has the little area of effect from Hydra.
Wow. And if you think about it this way, that might actually matter if there was a gangplank here.
I'm just giving
I'm
filler here.
I'm
seeing
just,
that
I'm just
nothing's
messing
happening.
around. I'm just messing around, good old Mr. Robot.
Yeah, Gangplank can actually interesting pick for threes. I think he could work well, but don't really see it very often.
I love the ult. I love the kiting abilities. I love how fast he is, and in threes, mobility is everything.
Yeah, and I feel like Gangplank is a very misunderstood champion.
Misunderstood.
The best way to build him is the Tiamat with the Avarice Blade and then the Sheen, as in like half of all of his main items for damage. And then you go and then build the full items. That way your Q is dealing like 500 damage and then the extra 100 from the Static Shiv. So you're dealing a lot of damage, and then with the Hydra and the Static Shiv, you can deal a lot of damage in an area of effect, and it's an interesting champion to play. Just really misunderstood.
Really is. It really is. And I like the way that you use the words misunderstood. It looks like they are trying to take Vilma. There are minions there, so they know they're in there. Kind of a bad call. It looks like everybody's going in. Misfortune, not really there, so I hope Jarvan doesn't jump. He jumped in. Takes a little bit of damage, not a lot though. Vilma is there. Let's see if the Romans decide to take it. And it looks like Jarvan wants it. He's not giving up this Vilma. He said, I started it, I'm going to finish it.
This Jarvan still taking almost no damage. Misfortune being bursted down a little bit.
He needs to run. Please run. There we go. There's the flash. There is
and the Wooglets. Good call on his part, except his team didn't follow up.
Yeah, man, this Misfortune has a lot of freaking shields. She needs to start auto-attacking to get some heals. And she does die, but good job on doing damage. And it looks like there's a little bit chase for Teemo, and let's see how that goes.
2-1 fight. The Joliet's Alliance having a good fight there.
Yeah, it was nice. Misfortune, unfortunately, kind of getting caught out, so she couldn't really do much.
I like the pun there. Wow, the Hydra being able to deal a lot of damage with Jarvan.
Yeah, and it looks like they are going to take this inhibitor, and it looks like they are going to jump. Nothing much, just showing their dominance, I guess.
Yeah, chunking him a lot there.
They
with
need
the minion damage, he's almost at half health.
They need to go. Oh, nice flash! But yeah, they need to go home before Gragas kills Dark.
And the nuke powers of Gragas finally showing up. Now that he has some magic penetration, he's able to actually get his damage through their magic resist.
Kind of disappointed on the call to stay. I don't know why they stayed. I
don't think they were looking at Gragas' items, because before that fight, Gragas was dealing almost no damage to him. But now that he has a Void Staff and a Haunting Guise with a Sorcerer's Shoes, he's got 35% penetration, and then 15 and 15 is 30. So 35% with another 30. He's pretty much negating most of their magic resist. So he's dealing almost his entire damage of almost 600 with his Q, and then his ultimate is at almost 800.
Alright, here, let's talk about comebacks. Let's say, the Romans, they get an ace. Do you think it's going to be... How many more aces do they need in order for that to be, effective on inhibitors or somewhat?
It depends on their positioning at the time when they get the ace. Because if their top lane has already taken an inhibitor, so if they're bottom, top lane's just going to be able to push their base in. If they are top lane, they might be able to get it, but if they are too far back in the lane, the other team can...
Oh, looks like there's a little bit of a 1v1. Are they having lag?
I don't know. Jarvan's just kind of standing there.
Oh, no.
And Misfortune's already dead. Oh, yeah. Jarvan disconnected. Oh, man. And this really being the perfect positioning for them to get objectives. Really bad timing on the disconnect.
I thought they were trying for a little,
Yeah,
team.
I thought they were just disrespecting the other team.
Not even disrespecting, but kind of like, I guess, what am I trying to say, Mr. Robot? Maybe a strategy of some sort? Looks like Misfortune has also left the game.
Well, it seems like Misfortune's back, so hopefully Jarvan will be back soon. Really, really bad timing for their disconnect to happen.
It's really unfortunate for Misfortune to see.
Do with their puns.
But they do make it worth it. They do get both altars, which is a smart idea. They are taking objectives. They do take down a turret, and they do get Vilma. So great idea.
And I would like to thank all 15 viewers we have right now. You are 15 more than we expected.
Nice. Actually, yeah, I'm really excited. We also will be posting this stuff up on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll be posting it probably tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning. It will be under. You can either go to Robert Catanzaro, and you can look on that page, or you can go to LadyLuckProduction.tv to find these videos up on YouTube.
Which is what our video channel thing is called, Lady Luck Productions, which is what this whole thing is brought to you by, just to remind you, and sponsored by CBN, the Caravan Broadcast Network from Mount Carmel High School, who does a lot of great sports stuff, who I work for.
And I don't work for them, but I happen to go to there with Mr. Robot.
So, yeah, get
Yeah.
all our sponsor and stuff in while there's not much going on.
It looks like everybody is back, and they're angry. They want kills. They're thirsty for blood, and there is a hard initiate. There is an ult. There is a Wooglets. Nice Wooglets. Misfortune right there. Oh, she's gonna do a lot of damage. There is a flash. Kind of bad ult.
It was an ult for an ult, though. Misfortune throwing down her bullet time, dealing almost no damage. Gragas throwing down his ultimate and completely missing the
Oh,
entire
looks like
other
they're
team.
about to have a little bit of a trade here. Yeah, they're going straight for the tower. Hopefully Misfortune chooses wisely on who she's going to hit, the tower or a champion.
Yes, because if she chooses the wrong one, it might be some misfortune.
See, why can you do puns, but I can't do puns?
It's a 1-for-1. But
Here, when we put this up on YouTube, go ahead and leave a comment down on the bottom and tell us who has the better puns. Sparthus, which is I, or Mr. Robot, who's actually not funny at all. And no one actually likes him.
it's okay.
Good response. We do see that they do get their altar control back. Teemo being really aggressive. Not really. My bad. Misplacement of... not misplacement. She just wanted to put down a shroom. Or he.
What Joliet's alliance needs to do more
Is
have
kill Gragas right now? I
that
agree.
and have Misfortune stay in the back more, because she's now died 6 times, which is more than the other 2 people on her team combined. So she was getting shut down a little bit.
Okay. So...
But they could also just push and win, which is what they're doing here.
Nice. They are focusing on the champions. Gragas is up in 30 seconds, so don't really have to worry about that guy. They do get Gnosis. Misfortune doing the smart thing, getting the turret, and it looks like that is it.
Amazing game.
Man.
Very close for the first couple minutes, up to probably around 10, maybe closer to 15 minutes. But then after that, it was really back and forth. The Joliet's alliance getting really far ahead, but the Romans able to push back and get a tower out of it.
Alright. Well, I'm Sparthus.
And I'm Mr. Robot.
And we're Lady Luck Production. And this is the League of Carmel.
We'll be back in a couple minutes.
she approaches, almost hypnotized. And as she touches with her hand in silver frame, the mere startle of its coolness makes her Now she will leave this troubled world, for she will take off into timeless
Now they can hear us.
Welcome, summoners.
We're about to get into our next game, as you saw by the updated bracket. That we've now gone through 2 games with Killsteel Assassins beating the Sirens of the North, and Joliet's Alliance beating the Romans. So now we're going into Killsteel Assassins versus Falling Headfirst.
We'd like to take this time to really thank the people who have been in this tournament, especially the people who have lost, like the Romans and
Sirens of the North.
Sirens of the North. So we especially like to appreciate you guys. You are more than welcome to come to our next tournament, which will be in a couple of months or so, maybe less.
Couple weeks. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. And you're more than welcome to join those, of course. And you people at home, if you want to contact us and to come in and join us, we'd be more than happy to have you guys too and get this ball rolling.
Yeah, if you want any more information, email us at leagueofcarmel@gmail.com.
No spaces.
You don't put spaces in an email, buddy.
No capital letters.
That's
That's
a
useful?
thing.
That's useful?
Kinda, but yeah, that's a thing.
Okay. So yeah, so again, League of Carmel at gmail.com for any information. Also, we're not sure where we're going to post the YouTube videos up right now. We did say it was going to be Lady Luck Production.tv. We might end up using another one though.
Yeah, but it will definitely be on YouTube. We'll have it out there for people to see later.
Yeah, and we would love your comments. May they be angry comments, may they be good comments, productive comments, sexual comments. Not welcome. No, not welcome. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll keep that on the DL.
No sexual comments. We're gonna get a lot of sexual comments now. I hope you know that.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have mentioned it.
Anyways, more than welcome when that happens. Follow us, subscribe, like, whatever. Do what you got to do to get us out there if you enjoy us.
So yeah, we're gonna be heading into the next game relatively soon here. They're in Champion Select right now. So this is gonna be an interesting game. Killsteel Assassins, as you guys saw, did pretty well and almost shut out Sirens of the North completely. We've only ever really seen Falling Headfirst's one player play before. Don't know how the others are gonna do. So could be a good game. Could be a blowout. We'll see.
But either way, there's no such thing as a bad game in League of Carmel. So
Yeah, especially when you got us two commentating, because we'll talk about stuff like Gangplank when there's no relevance to the game.
Not at all. Not at all. Again, email us if you need us. But again, going back to the tournament, it seems like we're having problems with champions or summoners, right? It seems like people are leaving last minute. I did have an update while we were taking our little break that Joliet's Alliance, the person who was playing Tarek, Ravane, is going to opt out, and there's going to be a new person filling in who's actually, I believe, in gold. And his name's Aliastor, really good friend of mine. I haven't seen him in a while. I miss him. So if you're watching this, I love you. So let's see, that synchronous, I need to stop using that word because it's not a real word. But that misfortune in Tarek had.
Synchronization is the word you're looking for.
That's a boring word. I like my word better. You're stupid. So the misfortune in Tarek, they don't have that stickiness anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, they have played it with each other, so hopefully it's not too much of a dramatic change.
Yeah. Because a lot of what that team, and it probably had a lot to do with the composition that they had,
Definitely.
but a lot of their game was based off of team fights and coordination with the people in the game. And they really just out-coordinated the other team in that game.
I hate to mention our flaws, but we did, act really shocked when Joliet's Alliance was, they were in Champion Select, they picked those champions, we were like, that's
Yeah.
GG, fellows.
Yeah. But then they ended up completely destroying,
In team
for
fights.
the most part,
Yeah.
with that team. And, it really shows you that especially in 3v3s, almost anything can happen.
It's also where dreams are made. I also like Tark.
Sure,
I
okay.
hadn't thought about Tark being that great in threes, but he was like a really big protector of Misfortune, and it was really nice.
You should probably start spectating the game.
That's boring. That's
There, yeah.
Batman.
Alright, so here, let me see the mouse now. Okay, so now we've got. Oh, geez, what am I doing here? So now we have. Oh, whoops. Now we've got this going. We've got the picks.
Did you put the video away? Is it
Yeah, we're
all
good.
on the screen?
We're good.
All right, making sure.
Alright, so for Kill Steal Assassins, we have the same composition they went with last time.
If it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah, so we'll see if it does break this time.
Haha, my puns are still better.
And then falling head first with Malphite, Trundle, and Cho'Gath.
Cho'Gath, a really big Annie molester. Maybe not a good word. Molester's not a good word. Pretty much, the Cho'Gath
just
is
go
gonna
with it.
shut down Annie pretty hard.
It's interesting because the entire team is tanks.
Bruisery. I mean, Cho'Gath is pretty bruisery late game. Trundle pretty bruisery late game. Malphite pretty much a tank the whole time. So lot of tankiness, I guess.
Yeah.
But also just awesome alts. I mean, individually champion wise, these are just awesome people. Don't know how they're gonna synchronize it, but excited to see.
Yeah, there's a very, very real possibility of Malphite being able to use his ult to coordinate with Cho'Gath's knock-up and maybe the pillar from Trundle. So they have good crowd control to be able to shut down the two more carries.
Cho'Gath's ult, really nice damage wise. That's why I was saying, he silences Annie, pops her up. That's like half her health, late game, and then numbs her. And Annie might deem useless late game if it takes us there.
It'll be interesting to see how this works out because Kill Steal Assassins does have a jungle. The other team doesn't seem to have one.
They might change that, but a big part of threes is how you adapt to the other team having a jungler when you don't.
Precisely. But then also, I feel like the team fights for falling head first are going to be a lot better. They have a lot more tankiness, so they're going to be able to take the burst damage that is mostly what Kill Steal Assassins has. So if Kill Steal Assassins can pick people off, they should be able to take the game.
Take the game right in the palm of their hands.
Yep.
Yasuo was really aggressive last game.
Yeah, he's gonna have to tone down the. Just wait. They'll have to tone down the aggression this game, because he can't turret dive at level 8 and get 2 kills. It's just not gonna be able to happen.
Too much CC, too much health.
Yeah, exactly. And then they're gonna have to worry a lot about sticking around when they have low health. Cho'Gath being able to ult on them and dealing a lot of true damage
His passive does every time he kills a unit, he does get
with these stacks.
no, his passive off his
Oh, that one. Yeah.
yeah, it gives him health.
Yeah.
Or like it's a little like health pot every time he kills a unit. So.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Trundle's ult.
Yeah.
Malphite having 1 billion armor.
Yeah.
Or
And
2
then
billion.
and then his granite shield, which even increases with more armor. So.
And it's funny that Yasuo is pretty much the main guy. That's the go-to guy on their team. But he is AD. And Malphite, pretty much the more armor you do build on Malphite, the stronger he becomes.
Yeah. So there's gonna be a lot of damage needed from Annie this game. Yasuo and Vi being able to be shut down by the high natural armor and then the high synergy of armor for the entire other team. And then Vi, all of her resistances can be drained by Trundle's ult, and most of Vi is resistances.
Never thought about that way. Never. That's why you make the money. But again, I trust my Vi. I love my Vi. My Vi is mine. If that makes sense. And she did an amazing job last game. Dinger the Barbarian is doing a really good job, and I'm proud of him. And if he just sticks to what he did last game, and knowing how aggressive his team is, and playing to their strengths, they're gonna have a great game.
Yeah. I feel like if they are together a lot and pick off one or two of the other team, then they're gonna be able to get stuff done. But if they get out, they got bad positioning, and even if they get outplayed by the other team, they're gonna have a lot of problems.
Yep. Only one skin this game, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, but it is reverse Annie, so we do get to see a giant bear with a backpack.
Can't say you see that every day.
No.
Let's see the starts of what people are getting. We do see Annie with a ruby crystal and a seraph crystal. So going for that Rod of Ages really quickly, I guess.
Pronounced sapphire crystal.
What'd I say?
Seraph crystal.
Seraph crystal. Yeah.
Yeah, so same builds from, same level 1 builds from Killsteel Assassins in their first game.
Fun fact. Looks like Cho'Gath's gonna be jungling. We do see a Spirit Stone.
That will be an interesting jungler for this team. Cho'Gath being able to clear fast with his spikes and his pretty much all area of effect damage, but then, you never know.
We see a little switch of bushes. I don't think neither of them saw each other or saw that happen. That's kind of funny.
There's a huge possibility for a 3v3 right here, because I feel like both of the teams
They're
are
just
gonna
waiting
walk
each
back.
other. Yeah.
They're gonna walk back. Oh no, the Killsteel Assassin's going up top to try and find the other team and fight them level.
Cho'Gath, great jungler in 3s without smite. Again, the passive does give him a heal, so he can kind of sustain a good amount of damage.
Yeah, and a good pickup as a Spirit Stone for his first item, because it gives him percentage health and mana back for the damage he deals. To
Looks like Cho'Gath is going to jungle, yes. There's a 2v2. Top kind of wasting their time.
I don't know if this was intentional by falling head first, but they set 2 bottom, and all of Killsteel Assassins was sitting up top.
We do see some counter jungling though.
Counter jungling level 1.
Kind of misused the smite, but that's alright. It looks like there's gonna be a little bit of gank for Cho'Gath. A lot of damage. Yasuo is gonna try coming in. There is a flash. Trundle's gonna go ahead and go in. There is a little bit of Vi Malphite action. Now they're all chasing Trundle. Annie kind of unable to do damage. Yasuo is taking a lot of damage. Trundle does get Ignite off of him. Yasuo really low health. Ooh, Trundle actually turns around to put an Ignite, and it looks like Vi's kind of running for her life. But looks like she's gonna get away nice and clean.
The speed up from the health relic really helped her there. That was an interesting call, because what Killsteel Assassins needs to do is be up on levels if they're gonna try and do an early fight like that. They were all still level 1 on both teams, so Yasuo was only able to use his Q, not able to dash at all, and then Vi really being able to only use her Q right at the beginning of the fight.
Quite literally, I don't think they did that on purpose. I feel like it was a counter jungler gone wrong. So, I think they're on the same page as you, and I think they understand that. But Vi, trying to get a little, I guess, cocky. And I'd say it was kind of worth it. I mean, no one died, I guess, and she did get, her jungle.
Yeah, I guess. But they also did go 1 for 1 for altars. They both took their own. They both just picked up the altar when they were heading back from the fight.
Yeah, but it's a pretty exciting, 2-minute fight. I enjoyed it. It looks like Yasuo does feel a gank coming on. Good MIAs. MIA is important. As soon as someone goes missing, you call that MIA, because they can be there, in a hot second. Seeing how small the map is.
Yeah. Also, laning against a Trundle is going to be a big problem for Yasuo. A lot of Yasuo's damage is just going to be negligible, especially when Trundle can bite him right when he turns to fight. Seeing that the bite is an auto attack reset, he can get a lot of damage off. but the minions for Yasuo dealing a lot of damage here.
Yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of a chase there. He's getting a little aggressive. Decides to poke. He is going to start tanking minions pretty soon. And it looks like there's going to be a gank. Wow, Trundle actually almost gets Yasuo. I was actually surprised because he was tanking minions. Oh, looks like there is a little bit of a fight going up top. Cho'Gath is on Yasuo. There is an ignite on him. Vi trying to help out and actually trying to save her own life now. Tries to do a little bit of damage to Cho'Gath to, I guess, save time for Yasuo, but it ends up not doing anything. Wow, great gank.
Yeah, they got a kill for pretty much nothing. They got a kill for pretty much nothing, and then they also got the flash from both Vi. Ooh, and they're getting an altar.
Yeah.
They got 2 flashes, a kill, and an altar for almost nothing.
Oh, Annie tries to get a little cocky, tries to get that Cho'Gath kill, and looks like she's not going to get it, even though she does bury. Yes, she does get it. Nice job with the Q. It does cost her life, and they do take the altar, unfortunately. Good job by falling head
Really
first.
good slow with the Trundle bite
Yeah.
to keep her away from Cho'Gath as long as possible. Ooh, good Trundle pillar there.
Yeah, and a good slow by Malphite.
Body block the Q so that she couldn't get away. Really good calls for falling head first. Really wasted flash though.
Yeah, he was being aggressive. Miscommunication. I think he thought Trundle was going to go there. Trundle playing really aggressive, and in my opinion, was a little bit too aggressive. But I guess I'm wrong, because it's 1 and 2, and he's doing a lot of damage. He does get an ignite out. He's doing a lot of damage. Doesn't really matter, because he does get the kill. Yasuo did do some damage. Trundle is being cut off by Annie and Vi, though. And it looks like Cho'Gath is going to try coming to save the day. He is really fast, though, because he does have his domain. Cho'Gath does come in to try to chase anybody who is chasing. He does get his spikes out, which does get the kill. Cho'Gath's awesome because of his basic attacks. Love him for it.
Really good coordination for falling head first there. Malphite getting really low there, I think. No, Trundle was getting really low there.
Yeah.
So he ran back, and then Cho'Gath came up and had a really good knockup, and then able to get a kill off of it. Really good coordination.
What people need to understand is you can't chase a Trundle, because he's gonna get his domain out, which is big icy thingy. That gives him more movement speed, gives him more health regen, gives him a lot of nice stats.
And he's got more attack speed from it too, so you can just club you in the face.
But it's really nice, and he uses it at a perfect time, and then makes, it turn around really quick. There is a little bit of a Malphite gang. Trundle says, get the hell off of him. There is an Annie ult, which is really nice. Now they're all focusing Annie. They jump to Yasuo really quickly. Malphite is really low. He's going to decide to go use his Q. Yasuo is running away. Trundle is huge. He does ult on someone. Not sure who it is, though. And Annie trying to do as much damage as possible. Cho'Gath is around town, though. Looks like he's going to try getting that kill. Trundle doing a lot of damage, and he is really tanky because he does have his ult. And it looks like his ult does disappear. Cho'Gath is ignited, and he gets sandwich. And then Annie decides, hey, I need to go help out Yasuo, but he is too late. He does do some damage to Malphite, but not enough.
Is Annie going too far in? Also overestimated her damage.
Didn't realize, but Vi also got out of there barely.
Yeah, 6-1 kills right now with almost 3k gold up on Killsteal Assassins. This is going to be an interesting game for falling head first from here.
Annie did a good job in going in, because Yasuo put himself in a bad predicament, but she went in really late. She needs to stop hesitating. Trundle not scared of Yasuo, of course, so pretty much takes a little bit turret damage, takes more health off of his life bar, but he could care less.
Yeah, Vi and Yasuo are still under 6. Vi being level 4 and Yasuo being 5. The only person under 6 on falling head first is Malphite.
Oh, good call. There is a little bit of a gank. Well, not a gank, but more of an initiating by Cho'Gath. Annie pretty much leaves scot-free, though. Vi is taking their altar, which is nice. And Yasuo seems like he is coming down. But it's pretty much Malphite and Cho'Gath switching places with Yasuo. It doesn't look like anything's going to happen out of that one.
You know, the falling head first team has been doing exactly what they needed to do. Both Trundle and Cho'Gath have 100% kill participation. One with 5 kills, Cho'Gath has only has missed 1 kill
So
participation.
almost perfect
So
attendance.
almost perfect attendance. So what they've needed to do is team fight, and that's what they've been doing. And they've shown that they can get almost 3k gold lead now from fighting.
Trundle being super aggressive again. Vi she went the long way. It looks like Trundle is going to tower dive. He does flash, kind of a waste. There is an ignite. And it looks like he wants something with a part of that. Vi is there. Looks like they're gonna have a little bit of a 1v1. Vi running away now, so the chaser becomes the chase.
This Trundle is actually going for a Trinity Force, and he's got a Zeal and a, what is that thing called? A Phage, which is a really good combo because the Phage slows people down whenever you auto attack them, and the Zeal allows for you to do more auto attacks. So he's just able to auto attack, bite, auto attack, and they just can't move. And his pillars have been pro this game, blocking a lot of
The
game.
exhaust. I like the exhaust. Annie does go in, trying to make a little bit of something out of something, but she is by herself now. Yasuo could care less what's going on with Annie. She's at the jungle, and it looks like the TC is being a lot done to Annie. Yasuo goes in way too late. He's going to try getting that Cho'Gath kill. Never mind, he wants that Malphite kill. He's getting a lot of damage done to him, but it doesn't matter. Everyone leaves scot-free except kill-stealing assassins, unfortunately.
Yeah, a 2 for 0 fight. They
What?
they really need to focus their damage, because in that fight, both Malphite and Cho'Gath got out with almost no health. If they had all done their damage to like one champion,
Yeah.
they would have died.
Yasuo jumped on Cho'Gath. He was almost dead, and he's like, you know what, I'm going to go to Malphite, because
Yeah,
he's also
exactly.
really low. And it's like, no, Malphite's the tank. Cho'Gath would have died if he would have stayed in there. Awesome pillar. Actually, I thought that was going to turn around really quickly. It looks like Falling Head First has yet to land on their heads. They're landing on their feet, and I'm really happy with how this is going.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a pun.
They actually have been diving a lot head first into the other team and getting a lot of good kills off.
But landing on their feet in the ending.
Yep.
So that's nice. Again, some counter jungling, which is always good because you stop the Vi from pretty much her only source of income. And it looks like maybe I thought they were gonna make a little bit of a sandwich of Trundle, but I guess not. I guess they're gonna make a sandwich out of a Malphite. Oh, there is a flash though. He wants nothing to do with that. Now Trundle's gonna be sandwiched. Doing a lot of damage to Yasuo. Holy smack your rap-a-rolies. That's not really a word. But Trundle actually taking a lot of damage now, but Yasuo taking even more damage. Trundle's going to try to kite a little bit, but he does have his ult. A lot of damage done to Vi. And I guess minions almost killing Yasuo. Oh,
Cho'Gath-
nice pop-up.
Cho'Gath shutting down Annie with his knock-up, silence, and then his ultimate. Just completely deleting her off of the game.
Yasuo had like 200 health, and he was like running around. Oh no, why did you
Oh.
stay, buddy?
Ooh.
Trundle is scary. And
Ooh, and he bites him to death. Man. I don't...
what
I don't- I
happened?
don't-
He was our MVS.
I don't know if Killsteal Assassins could come back from this. They're down almost 6k gold.
In threes, when you have a bruiser who's snowballing, there's literally no coming back from that. And we don't just have one bruiser who's snowballing, but we have two bruisers who are snowballing.
Yeah, and then a tank who's got 6 assists now and is just there for the utility.
Oh, nice pop-up. Yeah, what is Cho'Gath? He is building a Rod of Ages, which is an awesome item. If he gets Wooglets next, he's going to be a really force to be reckoned with, damage-wise, not just CC-wise.
Malphite getting a Warden's Mail, building it into a Randuin's with the Giant's Belt. Good call to shut down Yasuo, because he's really reliant on auto attacks, and then his Qs are count as auto attacks as well, so they'll all give Yasuo a slow.
A little bit ganked by Annie, with Annie. Trundle doing a lot of damage to Vi. Good job by Vi by escaping the pillar. Annie trying to turn it back around. Pretty much does no damage to Cho'Gath though.
Trundle's build here is going to be really good for shutting down the enemy team. He's got a Trinity Force, so his
Q.
his bite
Yeah.
will be dealing a lot of damage.
Because
And
it's up every like 3 seconds.
Yeah, and then he's got a Cutlass, so he's going to obviously be building that into a Blade of the Rune King, which he's going to be able to use the active on Yasuo, who is going to have a lot of movement speed because Yasuo just has a high movement speed in general,
Yeah.
and then he's gonna be able to shut him down.
Why would you contest for Ultra? I guess they did get it, but they're taking a lot of damage now. And Vi just getting smacked. Yasuo is saying, I don't want any part of that. I'm out of here, guys. See you later. Don't call me back. I'm guessing that's what he said.
Trundle's chomp is currently dealing.
Oh, I don't want to hear it.
Currently dealing 342 damage without the Trinity Force proc.
A great pop-up by Cho'Gath. He got it everybody. Malphite is taking the turret. I think he realizes it's too late, and yeah, really stupid. I don't want to say call, but not realizing what was going on.
Stayed a little too long.
Yeah, I don't think the turret was hitting him because he's just so tanky. And he does get the kill. So I think that's Annie's first kill? Second kill. Nice. Vi trying to protect her tower with all her might. She is getting stomped on. She wants nothing to do with them now. She's going to try to get stopped. She was actually running back. Now Yasuo is going to try to do this part 2. And they decide they're going to back up a little bit or at least wait for minions. Yep, they're backing up.
It seems like the weakness for falling head first here is fighting too much under tower. They, Malphite died his only death because of a tower, and Cho'Gath almost dying there because of another tower.
Do you
Getting a little
think
too aggressive.
Do you think Cho'Gath should build a little bit more bruisery?
No, because I feel like all they really need now is some meat shields for Trundle. Because, like,
Yeah.
Trundle's already a wall himself, but he's got so much damage. Malphite and Cho'Gath being even more meat shields for him, he's just going to be able to come in and out of the fights with his domain and just chomp everyone to death.
Yeah, I would recommend he get a Will of the Ancients. Will of the Ancients, not a really good item right now. It's been nerfed plenty of times. It no longer gives you ability power. It's not that great of an item. But because Cho'Gath's passive does give him some, I guess like some extra health pots, pretty much, the Will of the Ancients does proc with his passive, which does give him, you know, some beefiness to him every time he uses his abilities.
Yeah, Cho'Gath looks like he's going here for a Wuglitz with the
Which was
Super
our
Zone
original.
Charge.
Which was our original call.
Yeah, it's a good call for any AP champion. Yeah, I know.
There's another flash. Cho'Gath raiding right there and right behind them, and pretty much does everything hands down by himself, and the team pretty much trying to run away, and they're successful in that. But except Malphite does ult, and Cho'Gath, ooh, nice pop up, knowing that they would flash, really nice. Yasuo running away. He does have a lot of movement speed and gets the pop up down. You see that little pillar, you know, kind of a D-hole move, but
The team coordination for falling head first is just crazy. The Cho'Gath was able to knock people up after they ran away from Malphite's ultimate.
the timing is crazy.
Yeah, the
It
timing's
really
crazy
is.
on this.
Like this Cho'Gath, I really do. And like we said earlier, he completely shut down Annie. And actually Vi, I don't know how, but she did.
Yeah, the Killsteal Assassins really need to be.
There's not much they can do, man.
But throughout the entire game, they needed to be picking people off.
Yeah.
They're trying to team fight against a team that's made for team fighting.
Exactly.
Their team is better at picking people off for the most part, but their team fighting would be good if they find a 2v3.
And they did find a 2v2, but it looks like Yasuo is taking a lot of damage. Cho'Gath almost dead. Malphite not going to be able to do enough damage to Yasuo, and he might even die himself, but Big Brother Trundle is here. And we do see the pillar go on Annie. He is chasing Yasuo. He's just hitting Annie. Vi does ult on him, and Annie tries to kill or pretty much clean it up. But that Trundle is a force to be reckoned with, and now he's a Trinity force to be reckoned with. And then you see that Vi trying to run away. Trundle is really fast, and it looks like...
And his cutlass slows her down for him to be able to almost pick,
And the pillar?
pick up the kill.
There we go. I think he was playing with his food. Hey, Mr. Robot. I think it's that time again.
Yeah, kind of late like last game, but we're time for the 15-minute most valuable summoner.
Yeah, definitely.
The 15-minute most valuable summoner, we're gonna have to give to Trundle. He's been shutting down the enemy team. With
Oh my God!
Amazing coordination from the rest of his team.
I don't think there's any words that can, describe what just happened, but oh my god.
Cho'Gath getting out of there with sub 100 health. Malphite getting out of the last fight with 37.
You know what? I love the Trundle. He's doing a good job. And he realized when to be aggressive in lane, and that's why he got fed so early. But I'm giving this one to Cho'Gath. Not just because of that play, even though that kind of adds to a factor, but
Yeah.
those pop-ups.
Cho'Gath was an amazing team player.
Yeah.
I just feel like Trundle...
He carried the team. Trundle did carry the team.
Carried the team, taking objectives super fast. He's now dealing 314 damage with his chomp before the Trinity
He
Force
really is.
proc.
He really is. And because he did get fed early game because of the dominance he had in lane. But that Cho'Gath and that pop-up, he's securing these kills.
Yeah, he's been an amazing utility for his team.
And also, fun fact, he actually pretty much spent more time in Vi's jungle than in his own jungle. So this way he cuts the source of income from Vi pretty much completely.
Yeah, a very good team coordination because both top and bottom were pressuring enough so that Cho'Gath could be in the other team's jungle and not have to worry because at least one of the laners could come up and help him whenever he needed to.
3 things you should always have in the Twisted Tree line is you should have Altar Control, Vilma Control, and Tower Control. So far, they pretty much have every phase of that, except they are missing one altar. Kill-stealing assassins did take an altar right now. It looks like Yasuo taking a lot of damage. That Sheen doing amazing, and Cho'Gath cleaning up. They try to do a lot of damage to Malphite, kill-stealing assassins, Vi and Annie, but then pretty much the rest of the team showed up. And
Malphite being a great distraction for the rest of his team.
I wonder if he's doing that on purpose, though.
Yeah, I have a feeling that he's just standing there so that his team can follow up.
Oh, great ult.
Amazing utility from the 2 tanks on their team. Cho'Gath knocking up everyone, and Malphite landing ults like that from the back, just from the back
get-go.
of the court. Like, it's just amazing plays. That's pretty much game. Let's see if Yasuo can not die again.
Yeah.
That silence is shutting down their team too.
Just let it happen.
Yeah, just let it go. Just let it go.
We'd like to thank Kill-Stealing Assassins for showing up, for being in here, and really having a great first game and holding it out till the ending, and their last game. But hopefully it's not their last game forever. They'll join us in the next tournament, hopefully. But if you like us, like us. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. If you want to email us, don't be scared to email us.
And our email, leagueofcarmel@gmail.com.
We're going to drill that in your head, guys. I mean, it's going to be stuck in there for the rest of your life. You're going to be waking up in sweaty dreams.
We're gonna take a nail and knock it into your head, and then put up a little like picture frame of it on the side of your head.
Mr. Robot's actually a doctor, and he knows how all that stuff works.
Yeah, putting giant nails on the side of your head is healthy for you.
Hey, but either way, I'm Sparthus,
And I'm Mr. Robot.
and this is brought to you today by Lady Luck Productions,
Sponsored by CBN, the Caravan Broadcasting Network.
and this is the League of Carmel.
We'll be back in a couple minutes.
If I fall short today, if I fall short, if I don't make the grade, temptation taught met in me today.
Alright, how's it going, Summoners? I'm Sparthus.
I'm Mr. Robot.
Alright, to kind of fill you in on what's going on, the kind of family rival that was supposed to happen, Joliet's alliance and Lithia's army on the other side of the bracket, Lithia's army pretty much opted out, so Joliet's alliance is going to have a free win on that one. As we did see earlier, when the Romans went against Joliet's alliance, there was lag in the Joliet home.
Yeah.
So they decided we're not going to do the game. Joliet, we'll send you straight to the championship. So I guess they rather have,
They're a team in the championship than waste time.
Exactly, instead of wasting
The
time.
lag.
So thanks to Lithia's army. You're more than welcome to come again next tournament when we have more people, and hopefully you guys aren't all crammed in one house. So again, thanks a lot for showing up, and we'll see you later. Also, another thing, Joliet's alliance again. Revane, who is playing Tarek, he is leaving, and he is going to be filled in by Aliastor. Really good player. We mentioned this earlier. We're just pretty much concluding that it is what's going to happen. And we'll be starting in how long?
Should be no longer than about 10 more minutes.
10 more minutes. And we do appreciate the people who are watching. I think there's about 8 of us now.
Yeah, there's 10 of you right now.
10. Nice. So we did lose a couple of viewers. We understand. We do highly recommend that tomorrow you do check our page, ladyluckproduction.tv.
On YouTube.
On YouTube is what I meant. On YouTube, should be a good time. The videos, or I guess the matches, will be posted separately. We'll title them depending on where the bracket they were. So low bracket, high bracket.
Yeah.
So just kind of a way to read it. And again, if you want to comment, give us a comment, and we could always use constructive criticism as well.
Yeah. Where this is our first time, so we're still working through some stuff.
Exactly. And do you want to kind of tell them what Lady Luck Production is exactly?
Well, the whole point of this, really what we're doing, is to bring more light to non-5v5 League of Legends. At least for now.
Yeah,
more Twisted Tree Line, Howling Abyss,
Crystal Scar.
Crystal Scar, which is the Dominion map.
So we'll have tournaments.
Yeah, we'll have other tournaments for
on Dominion.
things.
On Dominion, an ARAM tournament, which I'm kind of excited to see how that goes.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Most of our 3v3 tournaments will be called the League of Carmel. We'll call our Dominion tournament something else, something creative. And we'll have those tournaments. And we hope by doing this, we shed light, like he said, on the other beautiful aspects of League of Legends, because Fives is pretty dominant in League, and we just want to show that there's a lot more to League than just Fives.
Yeah, and then eventually, once we're done with that part of our
adventure
mission, then we'll go on to Fives to bring you more of this beautiful couple here.
Also, kind of on side notes, me and Mr. Robot are students of the game. We feel that Dominion has no really set meta, and we've spent hours and hours just for you guys to come up with the meta. So pretty soon, maybe in a month or so, or less, we're gonna come out with a video to kind of tell you what we think Dominion meta should be like. And it'll be like a 10-minute video of explaining of everything you should do, the champions should be really good, the different positions, because everyone just kind of plays Dominion, they just scatter all in there. So we'll have a video like that, and we'll also do the same thing for ARAMs. We'll come up with the meta on ARAMs, which we haven't done yet, but it should be fun. It's gonna be hard.
Well, yeah, because you're all random. So
it'll be a basis of what you should do.
Precisely.
If you're primarily ranged, we'll come out with some sort of meta. Primarily melee, if there's a good split, what they're playing. And then, I guess 3's metas is kind of already
There's
set.
some, but I think a lot of the lower level teams don't really know any of it. And they just kind of pick champions that they feel are going to deal good damage.
Yeah, and that's what the League of Carmel is here for. It's kind of, I guess, showing you how to play 3s the right way. But we'll come out with the video,
Yeah.
kind of explaining the different type of metas you could do. So yeah, that's exactly what Lady Luck Production is. So if you like us, go ahead and follow us on Twitch or subscribe to us on YouTube, and you'll have I guess a great better understanding of the hidden aspects of League of Legends.
Yeah, all of the non Summoners Rift stuff.
Nice. How are we doing on getting our championship game ready?
I think we're gonna be good in a couple minutes. Yeah, we'll be back in probably a good 3 to 5 minutes ish. See you then.
Stay tuned. me start. All right, Summoners. It is the championship game, the game that you have all been waiting for about only 3 hours. Huh.
Yeah, we've been here for a while.
I feel like I've been doing this for like 7 hours. Anywho, the championship game is right around the corner. So I hope you've enjoyed the tournament. This should be an exciting game. Falling head first, in my opinion, really big underdogs in the tournament, and now they're in the championship.
Yeah, I didn't think that they were gonna do as well last game as they did, but they made some really clutch plays throughout the entire game and really shut the other team down.
We don't have a lot of people in the tournament. So, granted, they did have one bye, so necessarily they only had to win one game to pretty much make it to the championship.
Yeah.
Where Kill Steal Assassins, which, was a solid team, had to play 2 games. So, harder on them, kind of. But falling head first, taking their advantages and turning them positive, and now they're in the championship game. Joliet's Alliance, though, how do you feel about them?
They're going to be an interesting team. They did really, really well in their first game.
Yeah.
Pretty much destroying the Romans. There's a little bit of back and forth, but they pretty much just kind of destroyed them. They didn't have to play their second game because of the whole,
Family
thing.
House issues,
Yeah. So, we'll see what happens. If the weird triple tank thing comes out for falling head first.
Hopefully the Alliance can respond to that.
Yeah. We'll see.
In Twisted Tree Line, we do see a lot of 3 bruisers, 3 tanks. We do see that a lot. So, and Joliet's Alliance does play a lot of 3s. I think Dimeron has like 600 Twisted Tree Line games. So, they are very situated. Not situated, but they know how to situate themselves in order to, win in comps like that.
Yeah, they had really good communication and synergy. They were able to be together for most of the game and get the things done that they needed to do.
See, the reason why Kill Steal Assassins lost is because they didn't know how to respond to the whole 3 bruisers.
Yeah.
I feel like Joliet's Alliance, if they get Falling Head First does pull that card again out, that Joliet's Alliance is going to have a call for it.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to be able to pull really anything out that they want and probably do pretty well on it.
Yeah, most definitely. Like we did mention earlier, the winner does not win anything but the title of being the League of Carmel's best team. In the future, though, we are hoping to give half the money to the winners of the money that the entry fee cost. So half the money will go to the winners, of course. So they'll make a pretty penny, and then the other half is going to go to charity. So this is a non-profit organization.
Yeah.
So we're hopefully, depending on how many people we get, the next tournament, or how I guess you guys end up spreading these this video. We should make a good over $100, and $50 in charity may not seem that much, but it's better than anything.
It's something.
Exactly. Also, we'll have a poll up once we do end up giving money to charity on which charity you do want us to send it to. We'll have different charities, and you guys just tell us which one you want us to send it to, and the fun begins.
Okay, so for falling head first, we've got Malphite and Cho'Gath, which are the same picks for those 2 players as it was last game, and then a Jace. Jace, who, as we covered before, my favorite champion, is amazing in 3s. After you get a Trinity Force, he can jump on somebody and just poof, they're gone.
Just like magic. On the other side, we do have Dimeron playing Anivia, Aliastor playing Trundle, and Ramathorn78 playing Lysandra.
An interesting team.
Yeah.
As we could see before with falling head first, they were able to pull out a good Trundle and do really well. Kind of counter-picked their pick and took the Trundle away from them. The Lysandra and the Anivia are interesting picks. Normally not things I would see picked on Twisted Tree Line, especially 2 AP carries. Now I can understand one of these guys, probably more Lysandra than the Anivia, but the 2 of them, it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Do you smell that, Mr. Robot? Are you smelling that? Huh. Interesting. Well, I smell a little bit of I think I smell a troll and it's not Trundle. I feel like Joliet's Alliance is maybe playing with these guys a little bit.
Maybe. I do feel like they're a little more of a skilled team, but we also thought the Kill Steal Assassins was going to be in the finals.
I have a feeling that me and you are like never right.
Hey man, what happens happens.
Exactly. Great words from a great Mr. Robot. Team fights. Who are you giving it to?
Depends on how they pull it off. Lysandra,
Boo. That's a horrible response.
Man. Hold on, I wasn't done. If Lysandra and Anivia can get down their stuns and their lockdowns really well, so that the other team can't do anything, they're gonna win. But if falling head first is able to get Jason there to deal damage before he dies, I have a feeling he's gonna blow up at least one of these guys before anything can happen.
Yeah, definitely. Jace is a very skill-based champion.
Yeah.
It's not like a Trundle where you just spam your Q and run into whatever comes your way.
Yeah.
Jace, there's a lot of skill based on it. He has a lot of moves. His pretty much his main move is actually a skill shot.
Yeah.
His accelerate gate and his bingity boomity. Well, that's not what it's called. Cause swear that's what it was called.
His
His
shock
bingity
blast.
boomity. Bingity boomity.
His shock blast.
We do see the awesome skin by Anivia. Do they see it?
Yes.
Yes, they do see it.
The extremely confusing skin of Anivia, because you can never know if she's auto attacking you or using her highest damage spell.
Actually, I know Daimron on a personal level. Some would say we're brothers. Some would say we're not.
Never would have thought that.
But yeah, and he actually got that. He's a big Anivia guy. He's actually a big Anivia guy in threes. He plays Anivia only in threes, pretty much. And he pretty much told me he got the Black Forest Anivia pretty much because of that.
Okay, we're having a couple technical difficulties here. Okay, so let me check on something real quick. Yeah, so we're still on the screen. Not meant to be, but we'll get that fixed as soon as we can.
It's kind of dark in here.
Oh well.
Should I turn on the light?
No, we're good. We're gonna be off screen,
People can't see my bow tie, though.
but we're gonna hopefully,
There we go, and the game is on its way.
if we can get us off the screen.
Mr. Robot, you excited?
Kinda.
Kind of excited?
I'm just,
Just
having,
here?
having some problems here. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, great.
We do welcome StarCraft players who have never played League before. If you see us on Reddit, if you've heard of us, and you primarily play StarCraft, and you're looking for a new game to play, and you don't know if League of Legends is the game for you, we do recommend you watch us.
Yeah.
We are, how do I say this without sounding cocky? But we're a good example of, guidelines, I guess.
Yeah, we can explain a lot of things well.
Exactly. And hopefully add some humor. Probably not, though. We do see...
What?
We do see that, what team is that? Oh, Falling Head First is in their bush. Anivia is around the corner. I wonder if she's going to decide to... No, Smart Girl doesn't, base check the bush. There we go. Sometimes words don't come out of my mouth easily.
Yeah, so we apologize again for us still being on the screen. We kind of can't get it off right now. Having a couple problems with the broadcasting software.
Hopefully that doesn't... I guess,
So
yeah.
if you can see most of the screen, that's good. Looking at the stream right now, you can pretty much see everything. So we'll just get into the game.
Yeah, there we go. And then we see a lot of damage Jace doing by Anivia. And then Cho'Gath does flash. He does get the pop-up, and there is the egg. Unfortunately, he's not close enough to the turret for any damage to be done to either Jace or Cho'Gath.
Exactly what that team needs to be doing, and they're doing it early, which is good. They need to pick off people, and they need to get Jace to deal his damage before the rest of the other team.
Cho'Gath doing something extremely rare and actually missing his pop-up. Cho'Gath doing, taking a lot of damage. I guess the damage has been returned now. Ramathorn has to use his barrier. He does have Lysandras, and man, this team is just whomping on them.
Yeah, already 2 kills before 3 minutes.
It's funny because when you say that, it's just...
Yeah, it's an interesting start to a game, and Jace he's doing amazing. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. He's
and then we see
dealing
another
a
strong
lot of damage.
initiator. Oh my! Completely knocks her back at the right position. And Nivea, baby girl, what are you doing?
The Nivea is just overextending way too much. She doesn't have her egg anymore. She died twice now.
I don't think she realizes how much damage Jace does early game.
Yeah, especially if you let him get off his full combo. A lot of damage.
Kind of outside of threes, just I mean League in general. If you want to become an extremely good League player, like Mr. Robot and I, you have to become a student of the game. You have to really study other champions. Not just champions that you're going to play against in the next game, and you look them up on MobaFire. Oh, there's a little bit of flash to knock him back. Lysandra also flashes. Cho'Gath doesn't want to chase. They're going to stay on Trundle, but it doesn't really matter. Lysandra tries to come back a little bit, and Nivea also around the corner with Lysandra. Like I was saying earlier, you got to be a student of the game. You got to learn what every champion does, what their move does, how to react to them when you're playing a certain champion. So you got to study. Me and Mr. Robot, really big geek, so we can pretty much tell you what every champion does, what their passive is, what their Q is, their counters and stuff like that. And it really brings you to that next level of League.
Yeah, it really helps you know exactly how much you're gonna do damage-wise.
Or when to do damage,
Yeah.
or if you should hold out, like a Nivea needs to
Yeah.
hold out.
Yeah, exactly. Like Anivia would know there that she starts with a relatively low armor, and Jace deals a lot of physical damage, especially early game. Especially when he changes forms, his cannon reduces your armor and magic resist with the first shot, so he can deal a lot of damage really fast because he's reducing your already low resistances. So he was just able to blow her up twice already.
Really true, really true. Again, that's why you're Mr. Robot. We see Anivia again, I guess playing more safely, I guess respecting Jace now. But it is hurting her farm a lot. Oh, there's a little bit of a stun. Cho'Gath is trying to gank, and luckily it doesn't turn around and bite Anivia in the butt.
Yeah, this Jace missing his skill shot by hitting a minion instead of going through the acceleration.
Oh,
gate.
Lysandra doing a bunch of damage to Jace, but he's pretty much solo in that one. Trundle is there. Jace with his knockback decides to go on Cho'Gath, which is the smart call. And let's see if they try to chase Jace. Looks like Nivea is chasing. She did ghost. A lot of damage being done to Jace, and it looks like they don't finish him off. Malphite does jump in there and does save Jace's life, and then flashes out.
Really good disengage from Malphite, being able
Yeah.
to block a lot of what the other team was able to do, and then slow them so that they couldn't get any closer.
Good team play by Joliet Alliance. Joliet's Alliance. They get an ultra out of it, and then they finally get a kill, which is they needed a kill under their belt.
Yeah, and they did get the one on Cho'Gath, but did not pick up the guy who was already 2-0-1.
Unfortunately, they almost did. They almost did. Baby steps, baby steps. And it looks like, I think, I'm going to call it right now. I think Trundle's going to get Trinity Force. There's no reason to ever not build a Trinity Force on Trundle and threes.
Yeah, especially with, especially with their team that they have. They really need Trundle to deal a lot of damage. Lysandra and Anivia have good damage, but they're really there more for the utility in the stuns and slows.
Something that we didn't mention before, Cho'Gath is jungling, but he is the only jungler in the game, so he's kind of free roam jungling in each other's jungles. He is in his jungle right now, but previously he was spending a good amount of time in the enemy jungle. Lissandra doing a good amount of damage to Malphite, and it looks like she's going to proceed. She does jump right in front of Cho'Gath, though Trundle and Lithia are right there to answer the call. And it seems like nothing's going to be done. Trundle really aggressive, takes a turret damage, and Lissandra able to do a little bit more damage, but Trundle is really low now.
Joliet's
Oh, nice
alliance.
damage by Nivea. Cho'Gath completely underestimating the damage of a Nivea. That it's again that QE combo, which is really nice.
Joliet's alliance controlling both altars allows them to have a lot more attack damage and ability power from the bonus on it.
Oh, whoa! There is an alt, and Nivea does do a good amount of damage, but they do give the kill to Jace. Was that worth it?
I feel like that was not.
You
Yes,
seem
it
a
was-
little lost, Mr. Robot.
It was worth it. It was worth it because they got a 2-kill Lissandra for the 1-kill.
It was nice. It was nice.
Even though the Cho'Gath did previously die, so it was technically a 2-for-1 fight.
It was.
But that one kill was not that bad.
Not at all. Not at all. We do see Jace doing a good amount of damage. That skill shot. It looks like he is going to tower dive, and completely worth it. I mean, wow. Trundle had no call for that. Nivea trying to help out, maybe make this a little bit of a cause, and looks like Jace is just too fast. But good poking by Nivea.
Yeah, Jace able to engage really well.
Looks like there's a little bit of a gank onto Lissandra. There is an ult. Let's see if Lissandra can stay around so that Malphite can maybe die. No, he jumps out of the turret, and really good job on making sure they switch who's taking turret damage.
Really good chain of CC there. Between Malphite's ult and then Cho'Gath knocking her up while she was still in the air. She wasn't really able to do much, so they were able to get a lot of damage.
It just seems when Joliet's alliance was just coming back around to change the game, they lose
Yeah,
their kind of lead they were getting.
Yeah, they falling head first is currently 1,500 gold up. So they're going to be able to pick up more items like the Trinity Force for Jace, which will let him pick off people even faster.
I'm having a feeling this is going to be one of those 40-minute games, though. I'm calling it. Joliet's alliance is falling behind, but they're very smart players.
But Trundle is building a spectral. He got a spectral lantern. He did not go for the Trinity Force. So he's
Ooh.
going to have a lot different kind of damage than we thought he would.
Yeah, that's really awkward. Actually, I didn't notice that till now. It looks like we're going to try fixing our technical difficulties really quick.
And we're still having problems, so we'll be staying on the screen for the rest of the game pretty much.
Sorry you have to see these gorgeous faces longer than you actually have to. But, I guess...
Can't really do much about it.
Exactly. Looks like Jace doing a good amount of damage to Trundle. Malphite being extremely aggressive, doing what Malphite does best. A great stun by Nivea over the wall. They're all pretty low health, and then Trundle comes in to clean up the damage, and Nivea does get some nice pokage. And again, Nivea with the ghost. Nice wall. And great pop-up by Cho'Gath. Oh, amazing stun. And then we can see the little chill E combo. And then just Trundle finishing it up. Wow.
The
pokes.
area of effect
Yeah.
damage that they were able to do in the team fight just completely destroyed falling head first. They weren't able to get any damage off before they all died.
Nivea's ult, they had no response to it.
They were just standing in the middle of it and they couldn't do anything about it.
And as we see, Nivea did get the tier of the goddesses, which means she's going to be on that bad boy all day.
Yeah, she can use her ult pretty much as she wants to. And then be able to do things like they did there.
Should we turn on the light? Since it does seem like they're going to have to see our beautiful faces longer than they have to.
Sure, why not?
Nice. I will be back in probably 2.5 seconds. Maybe 10 seconds. Alright, well I'm back. Hope you didn't miss me too much. And hopefully that makes the whole, scenario that we're having better.
Yeah, it's at least make the best out of the bad situation that we have here.
Exactly. We're having a lot of... oh, wait, actually, I just noticed something. Lysandra did get a Leandri's Torment, which is nice because it kind of shuts down the Malphite Cho'Gath tankiness.
Yeah. Also, a lot of Lysandra's moves do slows, and the damage from Leandri's Torment doubles when you slow them. So, she's getting extra burn damage.
We see Ramathorn a little aggressive on there. We do see an all Jace nice poke to a Nivea. A little bit of dancing. I think, yeah, they're gonna go for the altar. Or pretty much protect the altar. Nivea is taking a lot of damage. It looks like Trundle really wants that Jace, and Cho'Gath does get some damage done by Lysandra, a good amount of damage. There is no tower there, so if they want, they can kind of close them in. Let's see what they decide to do. And Lysandra right in the bush, right for the Malphite. We do see a pop-up by Cho'Gath, and now they all jump on Nivea, but there is the egg up. Let's see how Lysandra decides to deal with it. They don't care. They're not going to run away. They're going to do a lot of damage to Nivea, and she is dead. And they kind of trade kills right there. Now it's a 1v1. I don't think he's going to be able to catch Jace.
If Jace used his combos, he could probably get a lot of good damage off here, and maybe kill Trundle.
Alielstar doesn't really care.
Yeah.
He's just going to farm. He's like, you can do whatever you want, buddy.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
he's actually going for the altar. His partner is up.
They could probably jump on Trundle here.
Yeah, good call by Jace for getting it. Good call.
Yeah, and good call there by Malphite by just zoning Trundle instead of going in for it, because I really don't think that was a good fight to take.
Yeah, something that Joliet's army is doing wrong, and so that we can kind of shed some light on how to play threes in a proper way, is Trundle is half laning, half jungling.
Yeah.
You never want to do that early game. Either you go all out jungle or you go all out lane. By doing this, you kind of screw over Lysandra, and you screw yourself over.
Yeah, you get less experience and less gold than you would if you just took a lane or the jungle. You really just kind of make it inconsistent and end up getting less than you would normally.
And he changed his mind like pretty much mid game. He was like, "All right, I'm gonna stay in lane a little bit. Now that I got my lantern, I'm gonna go jungle a little bit, and then I'm gonna stay in lane a little bit." You never want to do that. It's a really bad call. It looks like they are trying to start a little 2v2. Jace is top, but Nivea's not going to be able to come in time. So hopefully they try to back up before Jace comes in with his big boy bat and smacks everybody in the face.
It does seem like Cho'Gath and Malphite are really not able to do any damage. But if Jace shows up, he's going to be able to do a lot, because he does have the Trinity Force and a pickaxe now.
Nivea just ghosted. She was really scared.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Nivea getting ghost instead of a flash?
It's an interesting idea.
It just shows you how aggressive she is, like how not scared.
Yeah. Well, because like the Trundle has
Ghost and Ignite as well, yeah.
So that makes sense for Trundle, because he's very good at chasing people down. It's kind of what he needs to do. The Nivea, it kind of works because she's used it more aggressively than defensively.
Daimron has about 600 threes games under his belt, and I'm not over exaggerating, but I'm pretty sure half of those are in Nivea.
Yeah, so I've got a feeling he kind of knows what he's doing.
Yeah, so he's doing it for a reason. We don't know why. We do see that falling head first is taking Vilma. Jace taking a lot of damage. Cho'Gath even taking more damage. But it looks like there's going to be no respawn, and luckily Cho'Gath doesn't die.
Well, he actually had used his ult there to execute Vilemon.
Not a bad idea, though.
Yeah, because he gets a feast stack off of it, and he gets a lot of health.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't know this, most people try to save their Num Cho'Gath's ult
Yeah.
for champions. You want to stack that bad boy. So if you want to use it on a minion, you want to use it on whatever, just make sure you get it. Don't save that up. It's more important that you're like the size of the Sirens tower than you kind of become greedy with that ult and save it up.
Especially in team fights when you really need to take somebody out, the true damage from his ult is extremely useful.
Yeah, it's really dirty. Trundle going in, Lysandra W's in, and then looks like Malphite does ult in. Trundle does not care. He does have the ult on him, which makes him extremely tanky. And Nivea has half health. They are chasing still, though. Lysandra is pretty much chasing by herself. Let's see if Malphite and Jace decide to turn it around. Jace decides he's going to poke a little bit. What do you think they should do right now?
Jace is staying too far outside of the battle. He needs to be more in there, because if he switched, if you use your W in your cannon form, which allows 3 auto attacks at max auto attack speed, and then you switch over to your hammer form, and then jump on them, with your Trinity Force, with the switching stances passive, you deal on the first auto attack a couple hundred damage. So you completely blow somebody up. That's what he needs to be doing. Right now, he's not really doing that.
For the kids at home who want to learn how to play Jace better, pay attention to what this guy's saying. This guy is addicted to Jace. Some would say it's a problem. Some should say he should probably see a doctor.
It's mostly an unhealthy relationship.
Exactly. But either way, if you want to learn how to play Jace on the next level, this guy's the way to go. If Twisted Fate ever gets played in 3s, I promise you, I will feed your head with knowledge like beyond the capabilities of what your brain will be able to hold. But Twisted Fate, not really a big 3s champion.
Not really a big champion at all right now, which is kind of sad. Cause
he's a good champion. It's just people don't understand how to play him.
His kit is so, like, there's so much possibility. It's just untapped.
Kind of like my soul. See, that's a positive about having a camera during the game. They can see you touching my nipple.
Okay, you don't gotta get weird about it.
You touched my nipple.
Okay, so they are equal on kills here. 9-9. Purple team does have a tower, but they are up 2,500 gold, which really goes to their farm. 182 and 78 going from highest to lowest. The other team, 96, 69, and 17. That's way less than the other team. Farm is one of the biggest gold generation.
We do see that Jace is jumping on. Trundle not there. He's not even reacting to it. He just finally reacts to it. They do get a Jace kill out of it, though. Lysandra doing a bunch of damage. Anivia does Wooglet and dodges Malphite's ult completely. Anivia there, it looks like she does egg. That's why she was being so ballsy.
Because she had her passive up.
Exactly. She used it really smart, too.
This Jace is making me sad.
Does it make you sad?
It's making me really sad.
Huh.
Because he's not using his W when he switches over to cannon.
Oh, we see no fear in Lysandra.
Good combo by Joliet.
There's really nothing you could say there. Just Lysandra underestimating Cho'Gath.
Yeah, and as we said, gotta be liberal with that R.
The liberal. Nice. We do see Jace kind of chasing a little bit, decides to back off. He gives Trundle his respect. I feel like I was going to say something earlier.
Yeah, we were still talking about Jace, because he makes me sad.
Oh yeah, why does it make you sad? How does that make you feel?
He's not using his W when he switches over to cannon hammer form. Because if you do that, you get 3 auto attacks within like the span of time you can react. So you deal a lot of damage. He's not using his W in his cannon form pretty much at all. He's not even really using it in the cannon form that much. So he's really taking his main damage source and just putting it off to the side.
Maybe saving it for later.
He better be.
We'll see. They are down 2 turrets, so whatever he's saving it up for, I'm sure it's going to be something good, and it's coming soon. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
What I like about Joliet's alliance is that they're sharing the gold pretty fairly. What Falling Headfirst is doing wrong is they're pretty much giving all the gold to Jace. And when they pop Jace, Cho'Gath and Malphite, which are underfed, just kind of scatter like rats.
Yeah, and the plays from the Falling Headfirst team are not as crazy as what they had going last game. They this game were screwing up a little bit more. Still getting some kills when it seemed like they wouldn't be able to.
We see Trundle completely ignoring Cho'Gath and doing as much possible damage to the turret. Pretty much good call on Trundle's part, because he's pretty much getting the health back. Oh, they all jump on Dimer on their amazing ult by Malphite. Jace does do a lot of damage to Lysandra. She does barrier. It's pretty much a 1v3 right now with Trundle. He does have his alto, and it doesn't matter. He just wipes Jace off the face of the earth, and now he's a 2v2. Lysandra trying to play it safe, make sure that she doesn't get killed. And, ooh, it looks like she doesn't care if she gets killed. Cho'Gath's right there, and she doesn't get killed. Luckily. That was a really close call on her part. That Trundle just 1v3 their team.
Extremely close fight for both teams. Malphite and Cho'Gath were really low, and Lysandra...
Oh my god!
I'm not entirely sure why she did that.
Okay, Shay, fix yourself up. Be professional. Be professional.
Okay, but, so she turret dove with no reason to.
But
Cho'Gath gets to farm a lot now. Or sorry.
No. The butt's supposed to be good for Lysandra. Yeah, there we go.
Trundle gets to farm a lot now. That's what I was trying to say.
And that's what she was thinking the whole time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go die so that Trundle can go clear top.
Exactly. So, really, if anything, she's kind of like a hero, if you think about it. No. A little bit. Just a little bit. Either way,
Not really.
we do see Jace again pretty much taking all the farm. Malphite only having 24 minion kills. And he doesn't have a support item. We do see another Anivia ghost. Jace is chasing. Good ghost by Anivia. That would have been bad if she didn't have that.
And if any of you just saw that horrible reaction on my face, that's Jace making me sad.
Right there, makes him sad.
It's bad.
It is bad, I understand. I realize how much of he is your baby.
Yes. It made me super happy, like this past week, when
The-
he's played in the
In the LCS for the first time,
Yeah.
in this season.
This season, yeah. So that made me super
I remember that
happy.
you cried for 16 hours straight. Tears
Well,
of joy.
That's funny, because I wasn't even with you, so... Let's get back to the game.
The saltiness. Cho'Gath, pretty low. Lysandra getting smacked. Anivia, pretty much just getting butt raped. Trundle is behind though. He is jumping on Malphite. Trundle is the fastest of them all, and he does get exhausted a little bit, so it puts him a little bit of time behind Malphite. And it looks like he is going to play the chasing game. Jace is up though, so we'll see how he reacts to that. He does get his dome, and it looks like he's going to get smacked. He's not doing that much damage. He's one auto attack away, and he gets it. I'm excited to see that. I love watching chases like that always end well.
I still feel like this Trundle should get Trinity Force.
There's no reason never to get Trinity Force
Yeah,
on
I know,
Trundle.
but he's going from his OK damage? He would go from his OK damage to tons of damage.
Tons of damage. I like the shout out to Freak. I don't know why I pointed up in the sky. Well, I guess Freak is God, isn't he? If you think about it.
In some form of way.
In some form of way, he is a God.
Let's get back.
We do see another 2v1 this time it's not in Trundle's favor.
Yeah, the Trundle being able to get picked off.
Pretty easily.
Yeah.
If he would have had his ult up though, I think it would have been pretty decent.
It would have been okay, but he would have just been able to run away. He wouldn't really have been able to deal any damage to anybody. So.
Pretty aggressive guy.
Yeah, he's just going in on things that really have no reason to be going in on.
We do see a little bit of a gank right now. Lysandra pretty much ganking by herself. The whole team is there. She almost does kill Jay. She flashes up behind him. She does have Lysandra's on her. Everybody's focusing on Anivia. She does Wooglets. Everybody's not focusing on Lysandra. She is kind of there. She's trying to poke back. There is an ult by Anivia, and it does put Cho'Gath pretty low.
Yeah, the disengages are real. They've just been able to keep the other team off, and it's ridiculous.
Oh man, Lysandra deciding she wants to go back and finish Malphite, but can't. And then we see another chase by Trundle, and it looks like it's going to be that little 1v1 love again. Looks like he's not going to chase though. I was kind of looking forward to that.
Honestly, I would like to have a most valuable player of the entire tournament.
Did we do that this game?
I don't think so, but I'd like to have one of the entire tournament. Okay, I'm gonna have a most valuable player of the entire tournament.
Well, let's aim the one for this game first.
No, the entire tournament. Okay.
Wait, are we doing this game first?
Trundle's Pillar, the most valuable player of this entire tournament.
It is Trundle's Pillar.
It has gotten so many kills, secured so many objectives for their team.
It's because the twisted tree line, the jungle is so narrow.
You can block an entire entrance so that
For like
they can't
half an
leave.
hour. The guy's just waiting there, and the bus never comes. We do see the pillar again, being the most valuable summoner, save his life once again. And there's a health relic right there. You heard me right. I don't take it back anything I said.
This Jace, he's doing so little amount of damage because he's not using his combos right. That's one thing that so many people get wrong in this game.
Lysandra,
is
again,
combos.
being the victim, we do see that now they are jumping in on Malphite. Really bad idea usually, but he's not a tank. And then we do see great wall by Anivia.
Wall.
Yeah. Cho'Gath again with his legendary pokes. Lysandra with the fail flash, she does die, but it does get the the Jace kill. So way to play victim, Lysandra. Don't know if that was on purpose though. If you had a Sheen, man, if you had a Sheen, you'd be dead by now. Please kill him. Please
Nope,
kill him.
Nope.
Just if
Cho'Gath's
you had a
good.
Sheen, if you had a Sheen, your Q's up like every 3 seconds.
Yeah. This game's pretty much over now.
Though, hold up, Cho'Gath.
There's a possibility.
Cho'Gath is living by his name though, being
Yeah.
the pop-up master.
Yeah, this guy has shown through this game and last game that he was able to completely just.
He just knows where to
Pop
put it
everyone.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know you guys can't see what they're building right now because our beautiful faces are in the way.
Yeah. Sorry. We're.
Beautiful. Malphite building full tank. He is being focused really hard, but he's not tanky enough.
Yeah, he has Randuin's, a spectral cowl, a giant's belt, and a Doran shield. So he's got some good resistances, but at this point, when the other team is 6k gold up, they can't really do anything.
And then pretty much else, minus Trindle build is pretty normal. But something I want to talk about is the way Cho'Gath, what path he took. Look at his build. He has Rod of Ages, and then pretty much after everything after that is all tank stuff.
Yes, he's got a Spirit Visage, the Mercury Treads, Warden's Mail, and a Giant's Belt.
Exactly, and we do see a chase going on. She does Woogly very smart, but it looks like that's going to be the end of her. Wham bam, don't call me back, ma'am. Don't smile like that, that's not funny. We do see Anivia again with her stun. Nice ult. She's doing a lot of damage to Cho'Gath. But Cho'Gath being Cho'Gath, again being stunned. I think Anivia like has a personal vendetta with Cho'Gath because Jace is just smacking her in the face, but she doesn't care. She wants to get that Cho'Gath. Ooh, nice pop back, nice Wooglets. And then again Trundle being the cleanup crewman is just there to clean up. He is focusing Cho'Gath while Jace is just doing a bunch of damage. Now it's a little bit of a 2v2. And now it's a 2v1. The team fighting capabilities on Joliet's Alliance are just deeming to be a lot better than falling headfirst.
Also, falling head first keeps jumping on Anivia, which is a good idea, but they jump on her every time she's got her egg back up. So, it doesn't really matter.
Exactly. It happened in that team fight too. Jace being really fast again is going to be able to run away from that. Thought the pillow was going to kill Jace.
It only does 1 damage, come on man.
He is the most valuable summoner though. I mean,
Gotta give that to him.
gotta give it to him. And we see that there's a lot of inhibitor damage being taken. They're nice stun, nice pillar. God, I love you, pillar. Then again, Trundle doing a lot of damage to turret. I think I fell in love with the pillar.
He's definitely the most valuable summoner of the entire tournament.
And they're just wrapping up the game really quick. Falling head first, kind of disoriented with what's going on. They're just going in. They're just going ham. What do we do? And then Trundle just finishing up the game like that.
Yeah, especially with his domain giving him so much more attack speed, he was able to just beat the turret down, and just ended the game.
Guys, that is your 2014 first League of Carmel championship team.
Yep, Joliet's Alliance.
I wonder how they come back next time, and see if they win it up again or if they have more competition. Because I mean, they pretty much sweeped it up. They really did. So we'll see how they do next tournament. for the guys who are streaming us right now, and for the guys who are going to watch us on YouTube, in the future, we appreciate you guys. We love you, and we hope you enjoyed the video.
Yeah, I hope you guys like this. Favorite on Twitch, follow on Twitch, like on Facebook. We're at ladyluckproductions.tv. That's our channel on YouTube.
Nice. Again, we can't be more blessed to be able to do this. Really a big dream of ours. And thanks for kind of making that dream come to reality. And hopefully these videos become sticky and we're allowed to share them with more than just 15 people.
Yeah, hopefully our channel will turn into somewhat of a Katamari ball. We can just roll it around and make it really, really big. If anyone gets that reference here.
I'm Sparthus.
And I'm Mr. Robot.
And this is the League of Carmel.
See you guys next time.